What's up, Aaron? How you doing, Aaron? Give me a chance. Give me 1 second. I definitely gotta play me some music before I start going off. I gotta call some people out right now. I got a few people I gotta call out, and I don't care who hears this shit. You got smoke? Come right on up. I'll throw you the link so I could clown your ass straight up. So I'm calling out Mammies. Hold on. Give me a second. That ain't what I want to hear. Where's my favorite tune at? Yeah, let me hear this version. Let me hear this version. Let me hear this version. About to call out these mammoths. All right, that ghetto shit is done. I got to really. What's up, Aaron? I'm gonna wait a few minutes. Get a couple of folks that's gonna get on here. A few people are about to come on here pretty soon. But I definitely gotta get this out of my chest because it's been bothering me. And when stuff bothers me and climbs on up, I have to come out and bring it out because I don't want to hold that in. I don't want to hold none of that energy in. I really don't. So definitely will be slightly talking about pedophilite, whatever his real name is. I really don't care. I quit following this fool since the day we found out he's scamming people. So I stopped following a lot of the conscious community because of oh yeah, well you go ahead and hold it down for work. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for coming to my channel for support. and all the good stuff. Share and like the video. Help me grow my channel. You know what I'm saying? Tell a friend, tell a friend. I'm all about that. Right is right and wrong is wrong. I don't pick sides, but I know what is right and I know what is wrong. And I know what the most high what he approve and what he don't approve. And what he don't approve is a whole bunch of fucking mammies getting on here pointing fingers at little girls and saying that she the cause of this over a grown ass man who have sense to just go be by his damn self since he has predatory um tendencies. So no, I was watching a channel. I watched several channels to see what other people's viewpoints was about Brother Polite, but the conscious community ain't. You right, Aaron. Conscious community ain't nothing but bullshit. It's straight up. It was a big disappointment to me when I was what 11, 12 years ago. I stopped following the conscious community already because to me, everybody was calling each other out, telling on each other about doing stuff, and every time I turned around it was a big disappointment. Dr. Umar Johnson promised little to save young sons and take them to school. Next thing you know, Taz exposes him with a whole damn 2 hour video on him talking bad about young little boys and how they just need to die if they wasn't raised right, they ain't had their daddies, so they come if they walk up on you like they're about to do something. I'm sorry mama, your son just got a die attitude. It's like, oh man, this ain't saving and helping our sons. So I stopped following Dr. Umar Johnson. And I only thing I lost out of the money wise to help him build school. I was in support of him building a school, and I don't shoot people. No, my money ain't compared to nobody else. I only gave $65, so that's all I gave was $65. I please, I ain't nothing. I wasn't nothing special, but I wanted to contribute because I didn't want to feel like I didn't contribute and come through with the community. I felt kind of guilty because he kept asking for money to help build the school, and I was like, yeah, I gotta come through and help my people because in San Francisco Bay Area, the way we were living, we was all living like damn zombies, and I felt like we were dying anyway. I didn't want to be a part of this bull crap going on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the hoteps, I had no idea until I got on my daughter's father. He was into that Egyptian stuff and you know, well, he liked Valentine's, Dr. York. I didn't see. I barely know who Dr. York is. I found out about Dr. York, like really found out about him like just now. Like I heard about him and I got him confused with Phil Valentine. Got them both confused. You know what I'm saying? But you know, then I was on Brother B Mouse's channel. You know what I'm saying? And that brother, you know, it was what he knew. You know what I'm saying? He was at his calmest moments. He knew. He just knew from that point on, these are the kind of people, you know, that gets called out. They need to be called out. And, you know, the brothers came and called him out, you know what I'm saying? And but, for me personally, I'm just one of those that man, you know what I'm saying? I stopped following a bunch of them people. All they did was battle each other, argue with each other. It was like, how you gonna help beat white supremacy with all this? And I was like 27 years old when I first started following the conscious community. I was 27, 28 years old. That's how long it's been. That's crazy. Like I was following them, and next thing you know, this craziness is going on. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yep. Hold on, I'm waiting for because I need to call somebody out. Um, hold on. I gotta call somebody out. Hey, what's wrong with my hands? All right, give me 1 second. Nope, that don't work. Mm. Okay, here it is. Here it is. Hold on 1 second. That's my son's color. That's my son's thing. That's my son's thing. You gonna have to forgive me. It's my this. I'm still new at this live stream, so I'm really not really man. I'm for real. I'm not really I don't know. This shit was up. Yeah. Anyway, I'm about to start talking about a few things. What you got to say, Aaron? I know that was a trip. How you say you live the opposite from me? Um, but you know what? This is what I didn't know. This is what I didn't know. Um, I found out. He molested young boys too. Oh no, it's hard. He molested. Yeah, because you kept taking the talk. You kept taking that off. That's why you keep wanting to talk to me, and I just think that's not cool, son. Okay, here. That's not cool. You keep taking that charger off. You not move back. Play with that until your battery gotta charge up, sweetie. No, that's the whole point. This is what I'm talking about, son. You gotta listen. You can't keep taking this off. The battery is. See, what you don't understand is the battery is not fully charged yet. See, it can't come on right now because you took this off. Remember, I said don't take it off. You gotta keep it on. If you keep it on, you definitely will have a nice chargeable um um tablet. And then when I see it's on 100, then I'm gonna take it off for you. Okay? Okay, Papa? Okay. Big boy. All right. That's my son. That's my son. Whoa. Wait, don't beat up on that toy, son. That's the that's the yeah, that's the what's the name? I'm trying to get um what's where my girl Tanya at? That's who I want on Tanya. Nope, it's this one. It's here it is. Let me get her involved. I love her. I like how she just goes straight on up and support me. Okay. Hey, Maximus Royalty, how you doing? Grand Rising King, Mr. Emperor. Yeah, this is gonna be a good one. I'm just trying to get a few people on here, and I'm calling out Mammies because I'm kind of tired of the mixed messages that people are getting when it comes to um family. You know what I'm saying? If our family being harmed, I don't want to hear, well, guys have been molested too. Yeah, I just seen a video where a brother tried to tell Brother Polite that Dr. York did this to him too for 7 years, and the parents had to be separated. And Brother Polite's coming out talking about, well, what sense did these kids have to not go tell the parents? And he's yelling at the brother, and he's trying to make it his fault, and all this stupid stuff. Do you understand what I'm talking about? This is what I'm saying. I say, how some of the content created, these sisters, they're very sharp, and when they call out some of the what they call dust, when they call that out, it's not attacking all black men. I don't want people saying that no more. There's a certain kind of black men hiding behind good brothers, and we talking about them real brothers who take care of their family, ain't abandon their family, none of that stuff. I'm not interested in this male. victimization if you ain't been molested by a man as a child. If you was molested by a man as a child, see, everybody want to talk about, well, the teacher did something to me, but it was a female, and I find it wrong too. But you got your uncles in your ear talking about, ain't nothing wrong with that boy. She done chose you, and instead of him being real traumatized by an old woman putting her hands on him, he's being pumped up in the mind that, oh well, shoot, then that means everybody gotta want me. And then he finds out later on that certain kind of people, he can't get what he want as he get older, and then he becomes this angry person because he's never been what you say he's never been how should I say it, denied. When he was a kid, he got what he wanted, including some sex from an older woman. Then you got other young boys who was molested by old women, and he's screwed for the rest of his life. He probably turned gay because that woman violated him, and he didn't even like that woman. That wasn't even in this. That's the farthest thing in his mind. Is for some nasty old woman to sit there because she couldn't get nobody. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you who these mammies are. I connect the dots. You know them old cougars that be trying to rape little boys? Those the mammies. They be fighting young girls getting being forced upon, but she make in her eyes, oh, she got what she wanted out of it. That's a mammy. That's a mammy. You see? That's what I'm trying to tell people. I call them mammies out straight up. And if you don't like it, get on this panel and 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 get that work for real, because um I'm not gonna put up with that. I don't want to talk to I don't want to talk to I don't want to see your way. See, because we already know what your way is. Your way is the satanic way. Your way is the satanic way. That girl got her mouth all swollen up. From what we hear, I think he punched her in her mouth, and then told her mama, please, I don't want to lose my career, my job, my career, whatever he said. And then he comes back with this, I'm not apologetic, but I'm not gonna tell you. You know what I'm saying? Oh well, um what is that? I'm not gonna tell you. This is what I'm gonna tell you. You mad because I got money and you can't get rid of me. You can't cancel me, and my kids gonna have money. They gonna be millionaires. Who gives a hell? What you gonna be? You're a predator. You're a predator and a pedophile. And let me tell you something. If y'all look at one of them videos, I'm telling you, it's a video. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to look at this video, that's by this strong sister. I actually really subscribe. I subscribe to her. Nyla gave me the channel. Nyla says gave me the channel to this sister, and this is, I'm telling you that she ain't no joke. I like her, but this is the mammies make it bad for the rest of us. Okay, now I had abusive relationship. I had abusive relationship, and I couldn't say much to nothing to my mother because my mother would sit there and said I caused it. People would sit there and say I caused it. So understand where I come from. But for a little boy, I got a son. I got a son. For a young son, he doesn't have his father. His father chose to leave. That's why I'm an advocate of child support. I am. Yeah, I am. And I'm gonna say this. I don't care who's in their feelings about motherfucking child support. If you sit there and want to swing your peen all over the damn community and you don't want to wear no damn condom, you ain't finna tell that sister because you a man. You're stronger than she is. I will hope that you are. You're a man. You can't tell the woman you're about to lay with, baby, we finna strap up because I don't want no kids. No, they don't do that. They do the straight opposite just to see what's gonna happen. Or you trying to trap her. She's not trying to trap you. You're trying to trap her. Because at the end of the day, you can come back to her whenever you want to. You can play with her mind. She's gonna have an excuse. No matter how you treat her, no matter how you treat her, she's gonna have an excuse that, well, I got a baby by him. And y'all gonna pretend like, no, she trying to trap me. No, she ain't. You trying to trap her. And she's feeling like she has to do it. She has to bring the kids to kids that you really didn't want to take care of. You don't want to fork out no money. You don't want to fork out no money. You don't want to do what you're supposed to do, so pay child support. You don't want to be in your kid's life? Pay child support. All this, she won't let me see the kids. You don't want to see the kids. Come on, I'm a woman. I'll deal with my son's father without dealing with my son's father. Okay? If it ain't got nothing to do with me, what I'm doing, who I'm with, he ain't got time for my son. So later for me. This is what I'm talking about with these, And then you're gonna have someone who's gonna get on this video and say, "Oh, you sound bitter." No, he's bitter because I chose to have my baby. Okay, my fertility is more important than you at the end of the day, Negro. I want my baby. Okay, now, and that's how come he can't see him, because he'll sit there and lead my son astray to all these different women he glorified. He limited his women who he glorified as white. He glorified whiteness. He don't care about nothing else. But later for him, it's not even about him. It's about these mammies. This is what I want to talk about. These mammies. How you doing a service for a brother who's doing something wrong to a young little girl by blaming a little girl? There was a dumb bitch. Yes, I said it. There was a dumb bitch that was on here trying to get some, I don't know, some praises and a clap in the hands and a pat on the head like a puppy by telling Sonetta and another brother, this 15-year-old girl was at fault because she forced herself on Polite, and Polite just couldn't. He forcefully tried to get her off of him, but she kept coming back, and you got little girls who look like grown women. If that don't sound like manosphere and the hateful 8 men, I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. But I'm against her talking points, and she didn't know how to talk. Like, she had dumb talking points, very dumb, and she just wanted to accuse the woman. And these kind of women, to me, is desperate for penis. They want any penis. They ain't got no man. They ain't got no man. They ain't got no man, but won't any penis. Just anyone. Y'all gotta watch out for these mammies, okay? Because they just want to be an opportunist, and they don't care about black men either. They just want what they can get out of it, and if they can't get it out of it, then they want to play like they're the victim in the end of the day. So I tell sisters, if you're not a mammy, don't be taking up for these dudes. You got some brothers that's waking up and calling these dudes out because they're embarrassing you, black men. They are an embarrassment to you and your lineage, and that's not fair to you. So for those who's calling out Polite and saying what they're saying and putting them in their damn place, I clap my hands to you. Clap my hands to you. That's what I'm talking about. We want to see more. Shout out to Taz, B Mouse, Forte. It's this other brother who was calling him out. I don't even know who he is, but he was so calm about it, and he started saying, he just started breaking things down and saying, this is how come this dude was a fraud from day one, and I think he was trying to call Polite out years ago, and Polite wouldn't answer to him. And that and the way he spoke, I see why Polite wouldn't answer to him. Mommy. And that was 5-6 years ago. Mommy, I want to do it. Go ahead, baby. So, yep. I just did a video last night blasting Polite. That's right, real. That's what I'm talking about. I wanna I watch it too. I definitely will watch that video. I'm gonna actually subscribe to your video. I'm gonna subscribe to you. Definitely subscribe to you. If I have not subscribed to you yet, I'm gonna subscribe to you now. Because we know what kind of people we are, and we gotta stick together. We definitely gotta stick together. And it's that simple. The Most High, the Most High, put us in the circle who He want us to be around. And the one that ain't chosen, that's the one God's gonna let be in that side of the circle. Like, you gonna be over there, but you ain't gonna never sit there and call out and accuse no 14-year-old, 15-year-old who's a little girl with a grown man that's damn near 49 years old. How dare you? Well, no, he's younger than I am. Hi, black mama, how you doing? You not finna sit there and call out no little girl and blame that little girl and say she had something to do with it. Just like I told what's that dude's name? Mr. Research. I had to tell Mr. Research, man, you don't call out no little girl and say she was trying to get opportunity. For what? That little girl don't know nothing about nothing. Well, he too old to be doing that to her. He half her age, overly half her age. He too old to be doing that, and then turn around and pretend like and pretend like he's a victim of them all. As a matter of fact, on one of the videos, he ain't even denying nothing. He just sat there and said, "Y'all just trying to cancel me. Y'all hating on me. Hating on you for what? Being a damn predator." Do you see the Polite? Did you see your videos years ago where you was sitting up here going after a brother who just told you he was being violated at the age of 7 by Dr. York, by Predator York? I don't even know who this dude is, so I don't even want to call him no doctor. If the only thing he was operating on is little children, then that's sad. That's sad, and people like that need to be castrated. I believe pedophiles should be castrated. Castrated. If convicted, you should be castrated. I don't care who you are, black, white, and indifferent. If you are a pedophile, you are a man molesting boys and girls, you must be castrated. You don't have nothing to work with for the rest of your life. You can die an old, lonely soul. I don't care who you are. Mammies, watch out for these mammies. These mammies is going to be looking for any penis. I don't care if, from young and old. Listening to these women talk, you got to watch these women. Those are snakes. You got to watch these women. What they who they calling Jezebel, you got to watch. They the Jezebel. Just like I told people, when you see jealous dudes calling the black man a simp, they're really the simp. Okay? Because they look at you like, man, I can get you over here whining and dining her. I can get money out this woman. I don't even love females like that. I could just get money out of her and live off her and eat and take advantage of her and do what I want with her, and she still love me and take care of me. I don't care how abusive I am with her. That's a simp. That's a simp until he gets caught and get thrown out the house and he ain't got nowhere to go and you let him off guard. Yeah, he'll start crying and whining and trying to beg to stay in your house and eat your food. And he ain't gotta help pay no rent, nothing. All he gotta do is lay in the bed with you and then talk a whole bunch of mess, flap his mouth in your ear, putting his finger in your face, probably choke you, steal your food, go sleep behind your back with another broad. That's what simps do. It's called poor pimping. See, the Bay Area came up with that term years ago. Years ago. Because what happened was people were pretending like they were pimps and they didn't and you had people like Slim, Fillmore Slim. Hey, if you're sleeping with the woman you pimping, you ain't no pimp. You a simp. You ain't supposed to sleep with your product. You supposed to send her out there to make you some money. That's how they got down in the Bay. Oakland, San Francisco. That's how they got down in the Bay. Okay, if anybody understand, even Rick James did a song called "Mary Had a Pimp," and he talked about simp. And when he describes it, it doesn't say, "Oh, he's just weak and he let the woman talk to him any old kind of way." No, he said this dude used this woman for money and bought him all kind of stuff, and then turned around and said she's just another hoe that just been burnt. I mean, he been sleeping with all the women. He ain't using the women for, man. It's a trip. It's a trip. So we all know it's called poor pimping, straight up. But these mammies, you gotta watch out for these mammies, And people got the wrong idea. And I figured this shit out. You know women who down other women's because first of all, you looked at that little girl and called her a woman, and she's 15. She's a little girl. You looked at her and called her a woman. And I think you jealous because she prettier than you with your old ass. You getting on YouTube and you literally calling out that little girl and saying she's at fault for polite and but you are over here saying she's the predator. Female predators, come on. I can see if you said if Polite was 9 years old and his own teacher, Mrs. Crabtree, at the, you know what I'm saying, a white little old teacher,
molested him, and you gotta watch out. He might have been. I could see if she would have said, well, maybe he was molested when he was young. He's not coming out and saying nothing. I'm just thinking, he got taken advantage of by an old woman, and he was a young child. She ain't said that shit. She blamed it on a 15-year-old. Like, for real, do she need a beat down or do she need a beat down? What does comment say? Oh yeah, Nature Boy need his ass beat too. I've been wanting Nature Boy to get his ass whooped. As a matter of fact, I've been wanting to talk to Nature Boy personally. For real. Yeah. And young Pharaoh, I ain't poor young Pharaoh. He finna get his ass beat. Somebody finna catch him off guard and not gonna care. You think that little tattoo under your eye with a white broad with a with a yike bitch gonna save you? But dude, somebody already got your number. I had a dream about that. Pharaoh finna get his ass beat. He gonna get caught off guard. So I ain't worried about Pharaoh. Pharaoh gonna get knocked the hell out. But Nature Boy, somebody gotta get to that. He talking about every black woman should be raped and killed and pillared and you know what I'm saying. But these are the guys that got their ass took by other men. They hate women because women didn't save them. Women won't let them lead. I heard the term like lead to what? You supposed to say the man won't let you lead. What about the white man not letting you lead? How about you not letting yourself lead? Why you need the woman to let you lead? Lead what? What are you leading? I need to understand. You're embarrassing the rest of the brothers that is happy and fine with their life, and they're trying to make shit happen, and you're not. You don't want to. And here's another thing. I've heard brothers argue on YouTube. I'm talking about black men arguing on YouTube, and they ran into some whammies, which was a damn embarrassment. I've heard black men saying, you know what I'm saying, every time we trying to put this shit out there, let y'all know that this is available and the knowledge of us going to go get this land and us to go make shit happen, y'all complain, man, we ain't got the money, man, we ain't got this. Okay, well you gotta, man, I don't want to say nothing. I don't want to insult no more. You know what I'm saying? I was just upset. I'm so glad some real black men are starting to see that shit. Instead of sitting up there thinking women are attacking you now, you're seeing that there is snakes out there that's over here portraying themselves as good black men or black men. And at first, some of y'all was sitting up here, y'all was up here saying, man, why y'all care who he date? Now y'all say, oh, I see now. That's why we ain't got shit now. Cause how you gonna be a football player and then go be with a Becky? Nigga, at the end of the day, she gonna take all your damn money. How you ain't never gave back to the community? Name one athlete or rap artist that gave back to the community when they made money. They gave a couple of $100 to a damn organization, the powers that be wanted them to get. You know, that's what they did. What that comment say? I know plenty about pimping. Being originally from the south side of Chicago. Oh yeah, I heard about the south side of Chicago. I think I seen a documentary. That's why I said y'all watch documentaries. I tell Africans to watch documentaries. Don't go by what some dumb Negroes say. There's a whole bunch of bum-headed niggas be coming on a channel, and they be saying some dumb shit about America, and they're from America. Like for real. You got some Africans like, man, I'm not coming to America. I don't want to. For what I'm hearing, I don't want to come to America. Then they start talking about the women like the women are the biggest problem in America. Like it's the biggest issue. I've heard it too many damn times. If you guys have not heard it, there's a bunch of damn Negroes going around talking about women's are the cause of us pillaging and all this stuff and why we go to Becky's and things. But guess what? Becky's are going around talking about you're not desirable. Only thing you're good for is sex and a baby and child support. They're in your face on YouTube. And some of them got mad. Some of them got their damn feelings hurt because Becky said what they said. Then you got some Becky talking about, I understand what black women are going through. Yeah, don't come talking to us. Don't come talk to us about nothing. You know what I'm saying? You thought you were better than black women. That's what you thought. You thought you were better than black women. You thought you were prettier. You thought you were sexier. You're not even clean. You're not even clean. You don't even bathe. Dude, you don't even believe in bathing. Y'all got excuses why y'all don't bathe. It's ridiculous. I didn't even know that was a goddamn whole collective. I thought it was just like maybe one or two white persons. Because when I heard Serena Williams' husband got on Instagram and said his wife taught him how to bathe and this is why I love her. She's honest about herself. I was like, dude, you don't know how to bathe? You with a black woman. You're supposed to know that shit. Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. People talked about Serena Williams dating out a race, marrying out a race and procreating. Nigga, did y'all pay attention to what happened to Serena Williams by three dudes that she was with? Three brothers. To them, these dudes don't want to marry. To them, she was an opportunist. Money. You making money for me. You had one dude, he was older than she was, saying he was gonna marry her, and then when it was time, when it was time for marriage, when it was time to have the marriage party, he called off the marriage like he wasn't ready, like he really didn't want to be with her. And then another man got with her, and already he was already cheating on her. Didn't even work out. So again, what brothers? Let me talk to you about this. What option do a grown woman have? You see what I'm saying? Because you have to realize she carried the seed. The seed becomes a menstrual cycle, but it can only do that for so long before she ever become a mother. And if she don't get the love and the marriage and become and experience motherhood, she's ruined and she doesn't want to blame black men, so she divested it with a black man. I wish you could have got her a brother from the Caribbean. I wish you would have got her a brother that's from the Caribbean, some black man from the Caribbean. Me personally, I'm done with black men in America, but I do want to try me a brother in Jamaica. I do. I'm Black Mama. Know I've been all about them Jamaicans. I want me a Jamaican. I don't care, but Bumbokla. Yeah, I want me a Jamaican for real. You know what I'm saying? I want me a family man. That's what I want. A family man. Somebody I can have fun with. We can barbecue and everything. So, but but the mammies, dude, you guys got to start. You guys got to see who these mammies really are. Like, how do you protect a man that does something to a little girl? And I don't care what her. And then when they associate her age with menstrual cycles, those are sure way of saying they're pedophiles. They're predators. When you get dudes get on YouTube and they're talking about and they trying to tell you in so many words they're pedophiles by saying if a young girl at the age of 9 get a menstrual cycle, she's ready for marriage and she can have babies. Dude, that's somebody who's just looking to take advantage of little girls and ruin their life. Okay? What that say? Yep. Kutcher and Mila Kunis don't believe in bathing also. You see what I'm saying? I don't want you around. It was a chick, and I don't think she her name was Jessica. I don't know her last name. I just know her name was Jessica. She was a white chick. And me and a few folks that was standing by each other was a Latina chick, and it was me, and there was another girl named Rochelle. Hi, Coach Malik. And Rochelle and I, we was at this place called we was working at Picture People, and this chick had an odor so bad that we thought she had a medical problem. We thought it was a medical issue and now I find out after all these years, boy, 'cause we didn't want to stand by her. She stank. She had a nurse to have an attitude, and you stank. And now I know why you stank. You had a damn freaking, you had a damn freaking attitude. You know what I'm saying? You don't bathe. You don't bathe, and that's probably why she had an attitude because she don't bathe. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna call out these mammies, honey, because I just want to say what I gotta say. I gotta ask these questions. I'm very curious of why you think little girls are at fault for brother Polite being put on blast like he being put on blast. And I don't even follow Sonetta no more because he hollers too much. He disturbs my spirit. And I heard he was on some let's make some money off of Polite interview thing, but honey, I can't deal with Sonetta. He too loud. He yells too much, and I don't need that in my spirit. But I do want to call out mammies, honey. I'm waiting for a mammy to get on here and got something to say. Like, bitch, you got something to say? Get up on here and say something, cause I don't like none of y'all bitches. All y'all do is always accuse little girls of shit, and y'all the reason why y'all the reason why. And I think you're cowards too. You just stigmatized. I think y'all cowards because all you do is sit there and allow little girls to get taken advantage of, and you mad because it ain't you. You're upset because it ain't you that you want him to take advantage of. You is sick broad. You sick. You not one of us. You one of those. You ain't one of us at all. Anybody who think polite is innocent and this girl is guilty, uh, you free to get on this live, this StreamYard, and talk to me about this. Cause I don't appreciate that shit. Like, my daughter was 15. I seen a Samoan brother that stayed across the street from me in East Palo Alto, California, seeing freaking dude trying to talk to my daughter. I remember I told my little girl, because we was in the neighborhood, and this neighborhood I was cool with. And she says, "Mama, can I go to the store?" I said, "We can go to the store." She goes, "Mom, I'm just around the corner, Mom." I said, "I'm gonna tell you something. I put my trust in you, but I don't trust outside. So if you ain't back by 5 minutes, I'm calling the police." That's what I said. I'm calling the police, and that's all there is to it. I think about 6 minutes later, I'm on my way to my car. She coming in the house. Some old dude said, there was some guys, they were like Mexican guys that was talking to her. They was talking to me. And one thing, my daughter wasn't even dressed in revealing. She had on sweatpants and a shirt. It was nice outside, but it wasn't hot. It was just nice outside. It was like spring. Okay. She had on sweatpants, tennis shoes, and a shirt. Her hair was in a ponytail. Okay. Pretty little girl, but she was on her way to the store, mind her own damn business. And she says, "Yeah, Mom, they were just trying to hit on me, I think." And no, you ain't gotta say you think, baby. That's what they was trying to do. You gotta watch these people, because that he wasn't Samoan. He was Tongan. He says, "Oh man, from that point on, we all kind of, the neighbors became cool with me ever since. They just see and then my daughter was friends with they nieces and cousins and stuff like that. So they went to high school together. But yeah, we know predators when we see them. You know what I'm saying? You gonna blame my damn daughter, bitch? Dude's trying to get at my daughter. She ain't even looking that way. I don't understand where's this superficial shit where little girls all of a sudden just want to have sex with grown men. What kind of sick shit is that? What kind of sick shit is that? What? Somebody tell me. Somebody tell me something. Uh, they all come out of the same circle, son, and brother polite and them. Well, listen, they all gotta die. I don't care what nobody say. They all should have a heart attack, and they should be castrated. So, young Pharaoh should just get a black eye and get beat up, because not long as he just gave up being black, so he can't come back to our circle. But I ain't never heard him molest no little girl. I heard him jump on females and beat and punch them all in the face, and putting feet up in their face and stuff, which I believe, because that's what simps do. When things don't go their way, he can't have his way, and she wants you all to yourself. It's a big problem. Now you're bitter, and then you're calling her names, and you're mistreating her. You're telling her she's slow, she ain't figuring shit out yet. She should have known by now this is what I am. What kind of shit is this? What kind of shit is this? This is what I'm talking about with this with these people. Let me see what's going on. Hold on 1 second. Can y'all hear me? Let me check my let me check my audio, because I don't see my audio moving. I don't see my audio moving. Let's see what's going on. Let me see what's wrong with my audio. Mm-hmm. Hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay. Okay, good. Cause they don't look like I. So yeah, no, I'm waiting for some mammies to get on here. If mammies ain't gonna get on here, I'm roasting. I'm roasting a whole bunch of mammies. I wish I knew their names. I would have called all their asses out. and told them I wish I had a phone line. I had them call my phone line, but this ain't the Black Authority channel. So, well, he be having a whole bunch of people call, and they be on some stupidness. You know what I'm saying? I was on. Let me take this to commercial real quick. Be honest, I was on Kwesi's channel. I was on Mr. Uganda's channel, and Mr. Uganda told the people who follow him to go to Kwesi's channel because let's talk about uh I forgot what it was about. For real, I forgot what it was about, but it had something to do with Black America. And I got to the point where, people Kwesi don't like me, so I was cool. He wouldn't let me get on the live. You know what I'm saying? All he could have did as a real man to say I don't, I don't rock with her, so she's not gonna get on here. You ain't gotta be quiet about it. I'm not gonna do nothing to you. I'm a female. I ain't finna do nothing to you, Quasi. Like me and Quasi be saying some way out prejudice, anti-Black American shit, and it's like, dude, you can't talk about Black American. You know what I'm saying? Cause you don't know shit. All you gotta do is look at the documentary. I'm not even gonna tell you to come to America. You know what I'm saying? Cause you may want to change your mind and say Ghanaians in for America. Y'all don't know how to run the country, so Ghanaians need to come to America. Yes, that's what the hell you've been doing. You would never come to America and then say, "Oh, I gotta go back to Ghana because I don't like the way America is." You know what I'm saying? But you gonna take words from a whole bunch of simps and bum-headed niggas getting on there talking about America, like, because you know why they want to come to Africa? They want to come. Some of them want to come to Africa just to pick on some African women. They just want some women. They want to know if some African women would take care of them. They heard about polygamy. This is some stuff they into. So they talk bad about black women in America. You should see this shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I was on Mr. Uganda's channel about that. You know what I'm saying? But they wouldn't let me get on there. Then only thing I'm gonna call out African millennial was like, sister, you can't talk about. I don't know where you get the idea that the feminist movement, and I'm. This is what Africans do. They lump all Black Americans with American shit. Like you're talking about white U.S. history shit, and you're putting blackface on it. Like that shit gotta stop. Yeah, they do want children and teen girls. Before I get in on that, that's what happened. I didn't understand why she keep mixing, why they keep adding Black American issues with white America stuff. The feminist movement wasn't ran by black women, and we didn't care about that shit. We wanted, listen. Some of us wanted white friends, and that's probably why some of our mothers and them marched to the, but we weren't talking about no damn equal pay. We weren't even equal. Both black men and women were both not fucking equal. They put us all in one same damn boat. So I don't know what. And then affirmative action was against black people. So what the hell was Africa Millennial talking about? So that was my commercial right there. Y'all ponder that out. But you got a bunch of Africans that think they know a lot about America, and they talking all this shit. African thinks the FBA as Akata. Yeah, and I think Akata means something else in another part of the country in Africa too, and it's supposed to not be something that bad, but it says not one of us. It says what it means. It says you're not one of us. That's what that Akata means. You're not one of us, bitch. We come from you. Some of us are the lineage of you. So a lot of us got Nigerian blood, and you may be my next door cousin, you dumbass. You may be my cousin. You may be my damn cousin. But you over here telling me you're not one of us. Bitch, how the fuck do you know? You're dumb, you don't even know. Because you're dumb. You're just dumb. You could have found out what lineage I really come from. I told them I was part West African and Nigerian. And you know they refused. They just bypass that like we just making shit up. Like how we gonna make sure that we look like you, bitch? See, my mouth is bad when dumb people get on there. My mouth gets bad. You know what I'm saying? But Coach Malik, yes, a lot of guys are getting on YouTube talking about how it's more beneficial to get young girls. And as a matter of fact, let me show you how a lot of these black men are very disrespectful to the black fathers of the daughters. You gotta understand, this is what happened when a bunch of guys left the woman single mothers. I don't care who they are, single mothers. Too many black men has left women as single mothers. I don't care about your fucking excuses. That's wrong. Oh, she got on my nerves. She had a mouth. I don't give a fuck. She's a female, nigga. She's a woman. Women have mouth. You want her to use her mouth for other things. So how come she can't express her goddamn self like women's supposed to? I never understood that shit. I never understood. Oh, cause her mouth. So what? White women disrespect you and subjugate you all goddamn day, and you sit there and think that's cute. There's a bunch of videos showing how there was a one video of a black man. How does make you feel, Aaron? There's a picture of a black man. He on his knees with a chain around his goddamn neck, and you got a white woman holding on to that chain with a tight dress on, and she rubbing her belly, talking about monkey. Oh no, I think no, she rubbed his forehead and said monkey and start cracking up laughing. Yeah, no, no, that exactly. No, what they need is that work from some real black men. That's what they need. That damn real work from some real black men. They don't want to face black men. When y'all be trying to call them out, they don't want to talk to you. They want to talk to the woman that brought it up. Ain't that something? When you say nah, let me brother, let me talk to you about what you was nigga, but this is what you want. Nah. I want to talk to her because she said I ain't trying to talk to you, brother, man. You see how she trying to divide us? Nah, nigga, you divided me, man. I was some people that's like that. Mister, you got to channel that shit happen. I said something, and one African brother's like, yeah, she's right. She's right. Everything she's saying is right. I agree with her everything. And then tonight just said, yeah, I agree with her and everything too, and not to mention, because I'm in America, I think he's Gambia, but he lives in America. He said he been in America, I think, for like 20 years. Shoot, he said I agree. So then this other dude who's anti-woman, you can tell he's anti-damn woman. He gets on there and he goes off on me and another sister, and he says, man, I want to know what gives you the goddamn right and blah 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 blah. So the other brother from America was like, nah, hold on. First of all, you disrespecting the sister who know her shit, and I ain't talking to you, man. I'm asking her a question. I need her to answer me. Tan John. He was pissed off. He was because it's like, dude, you talking this nonsense, and it's like, dude, we ain't trying to get into no damn debate. We're trying to see how we can do what we can do to fix. Look, we got the social media. And this uses platform to start making appointments to do Zoom calls, so we can make money, so we can do the shit, so we can do what we need to do. And they was just on that bullshit. But back to the mammies. I've heard too many damn black male apologists and black men logic coming from a woman, which that's manly as fuck. Anytime a man calls a woman manly because she cries and she wants a man to herself, she don't want to be cheated on and all that shit. Aaron, you may be on to something. That's why they don't want us coming to their country. But they a minority, bitches. It's too many goddamn commercials from the African Diaspora Channel saying you can come to this country, come to this country, come to this country. You black America, you're sick of the rat race in America, come to this country. Oh yep, yep. It's been spoken. But yeah, I want to know. It's too. I've been watching a whole bunch of goddamn mammies being the black male apologist. I want to let the brothers know. Don't you think when she talk like you, speak like you, that she's actually a man? She's being manly. I don't think I don't think that's I, I I don't think that's feminine at all. I think it's real freaking manly when you want to accuse a little girl of raping a grown ass man that's damn near 40. He's a father. He been sleeping with white women. He done signed some goddamn Hollywood contract. What is he famous now? He's with the Jay-Z's and shit. So I what these mammies is manly. We gonna call them manly mammies. See, they don't want no smoke. See, they don't know me yet. They don't know me yet. I'm new to the channel. You know what I'm saying? I'm only been on here for like 3 months. You know what I'm saying? I took a break. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause we had to move. We was getting too sick at that new apartment we was in, so we had to leave out. But yeah, I'm calling out some damn mammies. I just want some mammies to show the fuck up. I know I'm not a huge platform like Taz to go them, but I want the smoke. I want the smoke. I want somebody to come up on here so we can say the hell we need to say. Cause I want to clown a bitch. For real. I can't fight nobody. Hey! Yeah, I don't hear. How you doing, sister? Let me mute my mic. This is Coach Malik. She one of my favorites. She's all about that land and getting and building and shit. That's the one that we want to. I want to do a Zoom call with. Now this the one that can push me to doing what I gotta do. But yes, let me talk. Let me mute my mic.
Oh, girl, you ain't got to mute your mic. I'm just calling to talk about this stuff. What Ecclesiastes say, ain't nothing new under the sun. This here has been done before. It's been done probably since Eve or Lilith or whichever one. But it's been done since then. This is the way of the world. Unfortunately, men ain't getting the shit that it's done changed. But anytime you go to really talking about conscious community, um, some of them Muslims too. You start talking about all these overly religious people. It is a patriarchy, and patriarchy is not good for females. And some people gonna be up in their feelings. A lot of these people who talk about polygamy, and in my opinion, I don't know a whole lot about polite, but he ain't nothing but the church, the mosque, all them things ain't nothing but some pimps. You get it across all racial lines, all religions, and anytime they go to talking about patriarchy or men being the head and women pretty much being children that they can fuck, they get down to the point where they want to fuck children because children
Yes,
have even less
yes,
resistance.
and
And
so
that has
desperate that
been
you right. So desperate that you even got the damn church. I think it was a alphabet community church
this has been the way of the
talking
world for
about
a long
how
time.
God has called them to come and get our children. There's nothing we can do about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Pimpology
it's
and religion, all that shit go hand in hand because when you really talk about it, it is the thing of unfortunately men wanting power and wanting to fulfill all of their desires with the least resistance as possible. And they have brainwashed women into this bullshit that we participate.
exactly, and that's why I'm saying, like, I'm over with the disappointment of some of these women, and I feel like some of them feel like they gotta take up for all black men because that's not being on code. But they ain't some of these niggas ain't even on code.
But
They ain't even on code. What what
it's
what part of
levels.
what part of code you on messing with little girls
But see, as
like we ain't
women,
supposed to say nothing about it. We ain't supposed to call that out. Now it's bad enough I got jumped on. Women like me get yeah. It's bad
women,
enough that it's domestic violence and a lot of women, black women, are ended up in the corpse by the hands of black men. Okay, who can't take the fact that she's moving on because she's sick of the abuse. Okay, and you got a bunch of brothers that be in their feelings. You know what I'm saying? But just to sit there and look at little kids to take advantage of, and either the mother not supposed to say nothing, or the or look, listen, when we heard about the Aaliyah situation, nobody understood except for the ones who figured it out, who found out that uh um Aaliyah was in a threesome with her own mother and R. Kelly. Okay, everybody just think that she just ran away and got married to a R. Kelly. No, she was raped. Let's just be real. She was raped. Okay, and she was coerced into getting into that because of money. It's just and at that time, that was most important. You had some of the women sit there and talk their daughters into being pretty, so because we need this money, and do you
but
trust
that
your
was
mama?
It evolved out of the brutality of the world. Men were bigger, so they were able to assert power over women,
Yeah.
and women have been divided and conquered. First of all, it's the respectability politics, and it have to take women really getting on cold. And it's some be some shit that gonna make some women mad. We have to
Yeah.
get on cold and stop letting us divide us up by this bullshit. Oh, you ghetto, you ratchet, you a slut, you a whore, you wifey material, you a baby mama. All of that bullshit play
Right.
into the ability to divide women. Because long as we dividing and competing for dick or some higher place within the hierarchy of patriarchy, it diminishes us. We have to stop the language. Oh, she dressed like a slut. Oh, this she a baby mama. She got three baby daddies. Oh, she ain't never been with but one man. All of that shit divide women, and it makes us put and it's divided to keep us in competition with each other. To show me, oh, I'm not. I only been with one man. Oh, I only been married. I only had kids from somebody I was married to. Oh, I was a virgin. All of that's bullshit designed to the positive of men and to the deficit of women. Until we cut that bullshit out, the rest of it gonna go. And these men want as least resistance as possible. First it go, oh, 18, then it's 17. Oh, these 17-year-olds too close to being grown. We got to go a little bit younger. We got to go a little bit younger. Oh, we got to get these bitches before they could even get a period. As soon as they get their period, we breaking them in. And then what they doing, discarding them or putting them in the place of the mammoths. And these old ass men continuously get a fresh supply of young girls, young women.
Yeah.
And they ain't gonna like what I'm saying. They have always been dirty old men. And hell, they'll even take advantage of boys, as we can see.
Yeah, they've
The,
been taking advantage of
the
boys, a lot of
men
them.
didn't
And
care
it's
about
so,
R. Kelly till they found out he was riding there fucking a boy. Now some of them might be in their feelings about
yep,
that. But when
yep,
he was around here
they
fucking
was
a
raping little
13,
boys. Yeah,
14 year old girl,
they was
it wasn't a
silent then. They
problem.
was so focused on that 14-year-old girl because you know why? They was upset and they sick fantasy they couldn't have that 14-year-old girl. See, that's some sick shit. See, they gotta die. Okay? And then when they found that the boys was coming out, when R. Kelly was on them boys, uh, that's some new thing that he was into. Now everybody want to be quiet and all of a sudden there's crickets when it comes to R. Kelly now. There's no, oh, let's take up for R. Kelly. No, how come you couldn't call him out?
But
How come you just couldn't
women,
call him out? You know what I'm saying? That's how come you. Again, I'm glad some of the brothers are, some of the real men are waking up and they're saying, you know what the hell is this about? Because see, the woman is saying something, and I love my black women. I keep hearing that I don't love my black woman, but then I'm looking, this nigga making me look bad, and I gotta put him out. I gotta call him out. Taz calling these brothers out. She been taking up for black women for the longest. He was the first one I learned took up for black women. I started following him because I started subscribing to him because he's seeing bullshit that's happening. He's calling shit out. And then Great Black Shark started calling the shit out. And I was like, oh, that makes me feel better. Q Butter was calling the shit out. That's good. Now the real Aaron Collins was calling the shit out. Brother B Mouse is calling the shit out. So I was like, yeah. And Brother B Mouse gonna keep calling the shit out now. Because he don't feel sorry for any of these dudes. Whatever happened to them, he feels nothing for them. You know,
but
he
see,
feels.
we cannot have two messages. Number one, women better understand when they go and look at women are in danger from men, and it's always been that way. When you go look up statistics for murder, men murder men probably 95, 96, 97, 98% of the time. When women are murdered, probably 95, 90% of the time and above, it's by men. Now,
Yeah,
shouldn't it
it's
all of men
we just
murdering men that women should be murdering women, but we're not. We
yeah
have always been across racial lines, across ethnicities, across religions. Women have always been prey.
it's
But we
been like that since I this is one sister we just found out a sister lost her life and her baby girl by the father of the baby girl and her. We
Oh, we had
the
the
yeah
man
the yeah
threw
yeah
the baby off the
last week
bridge.
they
One of them,
yeah
my thing, hit the baby and bust his spleen. And the one threw the baby off the bridge was in St. Petersburg, St. Pete, Florida. They had the man in Florida that broke in and shot his mother-in-law, his father-in-law, and his he shot the mama, and I think they had twins. And I think he shot the twins.
oh
So
man I didn't know
this
about
is
that
not
one.
nothing new. But what women have to do is stop blaming women. Why she stayed. Oh, she knew he was this. She knew if women cut off the cop, cut off the coochie, stop competing for dick, stop calling other women hoes and sluts and baby mamas and wifeys and all this here. It'll put an
Yeah,
end to
that's
that shit. But we can't put an end to it because we let them divide us. I don't give a fuck if a lady got five baby daddies. She got a better chance of getting support out of five than she do out of one. Cause if she can't get shit out of one, she fuck. But at least she got five, she might got a better chance. And they gonna say that sounds fucked up. I'm talking about playing the odds. The more you play the lottery, the more chance you got hitting. And I'm just being sarcastic for people getting their feelings about that. But
right.
women have to get on cold and stop this bullshit. When we see another woman doing that, doing that wifey,
Yeah,
girlfriend, slut, whore, dirty foot, all of
yeah,
that shit, it got to
yeah,
cut out. That's if and men
yeah.
cannot be simultaneous, cannot be both things. They cannot be the leaders that they say they are. They cannot be the stronger vessel and at the same time say they so weak that a damn 14-year-old girl take advantage. It can't be both. Now you either admit to being a weak motherfucker
Right.
and then you cannot be this leader and this strength, but you can't be both. And that's what they've been
Yeah.
doing, being both. And black women, because we have sons, have been protecting because we see our sons in them, have been standing up, going to bat for this bullshit, and hoping
I
that maybe in
remember.
the back of our mind they'll say they'll pick them. They'll pick them because they standing up for them, but they ain't gonna never pick you because they fucking what they want to fuck, and it ain't you. So if you think that by defending them, you're gonna get some higher place or whatever, you're never gonna be it because they're sick and you're not what they want. And that's when women go to get mad at the young girls and getting jealous and stuff. Where I realize that you was that young girl, but you ain't that no more. And you shouldn't want a motherfucker that want a little girl anyway.
Come
Cause
on.
a lot of these men prey on single man. You got to realize the rhetoric that they be spitting. They be saying, "Oh, she a baby mama, she ain't no good." No, what they doing is saying, "Don't fuck with her. Leave her to the scummy of the scummabus." So we could prey on them single mamas we talking against you with. We could prey on
Right.
their resources, but more so we could prey on their daughters that's in the house with them.
Well, this is how come we gotta call out these. We gotta call them out. Cause I'm about tired of the little girls getting accused for something they had no control over. And then, like as some of the brothers that I've talked to, you know what I'm saying, they kind of it breaks them. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's like they starting to feel that they feeling it now, and it's like we get our ass. Well, every time we don't say shit, we say, and every time a dude say it ain't me, that ain't, you can't put that on all black men. That's guilt because you was a
But
part
you
of that
know
shit.
what?
At one
From the
point, you was a
time
part
I
of that.
think a little girl is 5 or 6 years old on the bus. I done had dirty old men hissing at me. And I was like 89 pounds from high school, so ain't nothing about me look like no grown woman. You were those even the ones that was 26 and they like when was fucking pedophile, cause ain't nothing about me look like no grown woman. But let me say this here.
Come
These
on.
men
And I was being
want
followed
to
by an
know
old
why
ass man.
women have,
But
but they want
listen,
to know why women
I
have
was
a
right.
poor view of black men. If the only thing you ever been done since you was a little girl was have dirty old men hitting at you, trying to take advantage of you, trying to do that from the time you was a little girl to a teenager to a grown woman. How is your view of men gonna be positive when that's all you ever saw them for the most part is in a predatory role? So they should be invested in stumping out men like this because if you're tainting the way a little girl sees black men from basically her earliest memory, she's not going to view black men well. So they
No.
should good black men should be the main ones saying, I don't need you poisoning young girls for how they view my sons in the future.
Right.
That's what black men should be saying and doing,
Right.
in my
And I
opinion.
agree. And and listen, and I was taken advantage of by Korean. I was taken advantage of by a Korean. When I went to the hospital and I was trying to go to see a lawyer, they say, "Oh, you should sue. You should sue." I didn't know what I was suing for because ain't nobody gonna listen to me. When I went to the hospital, when I went to see a counselor, and it was an Asian woman, I told her what happened, and she said, "How do you know it was him?" That's what she said to me. How do you know it was him? I says, because he the one that told me to come to the house. He was gonna help me with my homework. Well, did you get your homework? Did you get help with your homework? I said, no, I didn't get a chance to get my homework. I didn't get a chance to get help with my homework. I did not. And so she says, well, what happened? I says, he took advantage of me. And he made me take off my clothes. I didn't know what to do. The
Hello?
door was closed and I was scared. And at that time, I was 16 years old. So I was 16 and she didn't believe nothing I said, and they just no, I was 17. She didn't believe nothing I said. You gotta take your time, baby. My time. I know. My time. Your time. Okay, it's gonna come together, baby. But no, she didn't believe a word I said. So if I know that's how that's how they get down. They was on code. She didn't even know this Asian dude from Can of Pay probably.
But like I say, this goes across
And
racial.
she sat there and took up with this dude. She's
This because those women have been conditioned too. This go across racial lines. It goes across religions, socioeconomic statuses from the high. Hell, it's a girl, her dad is a senator or something. She came out and said he been molesting me my whole life. White girl. What they say,
I
this
I
shit
heard
go
about
on
that. I
across
heard about that.
all
And
lines.
brother polite, not brother polite, but polite, whatever his name is. Uh, uh, uh. He raped the white chick too now because she came on now and started talking about it, and somebody had it on video. Aaron, was
But
you there?
But
I
I
think
saw
Taz.
him before. Before this stuff kicked off, I saw him talking about how all his wives have to bring something to the table. He ain't messing with no broke bitches. And
I'm
he said
done. I'm
all of
I'm
them.
done with that. I'm done with them
But I
lines.
see this is what I need women to understand. I don't need no motherfucker with community dick directing my money. If I want to work with my sisters, we don't have to have dick in common to work together. If we want to combine resources, bitch, I don't need you to delegate. As a matter of fact, I say if they let women participate in building the pyramids and delegate some shit, it probably would have got built faster than it did with much less loss of life if they allowed us to participate in the delegation of how the work should go. But since they don't recognize us in those roles, they want to, push us to the side. But women can we don't need no damn dick and no pimp to combine resources and work together just to put that out there. And that's what he was doing. He wasn't doing nothing but pimping. And when they say that, and I truly believe, and I don't have no proof of this, when they do this here, they're gonna find trafficking ring and some other shit because that's what these old dirty ass men do. You can even look within the Mormon religion how they do it.
Oh
Anytime
yeah,
you be
I
talking
heard
about
about
this
the
polygamous,
Mormons.
a lot of this polygamous shit, them men have get with women who have children because they saying the mama is okay right now, but in 10 years that bitch gonna be old. She gonna be on drop two or three babies or four babies, and I'm gonna need somebody with some titties that's sitting up perky, and I'm looking at her daughter to fulfill her role after I done had her for the best of her youth and the best of her life. I'm gonna need a replacement, and that's gonna be the daughter I pretended to be a father figure to.
This is how come. I heard about the Mormons. As a matter of fact, I think that's where a lot of these dudes, these manospheres, I think a lot of these dudes, that's where they get a lot of these dudes. This is where they get it from. They figure white men get away with everything, and so
But
we
even
should
the
do. We
Bible
should
they
be.
speak of, even the Bible they speak of who it was, Abraham and Sarah. Abraham, they say like Sarah, you too old. Maybe God told us another way. He let her marry his handmaiden, who was probably a way younger girl, and then want to toss her aside when she had the baby because we participate in the bullshit as women trying to secure a spot. And we did some shit out of survival in the past, but we don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah, that's how I come. I can't wait to call out some damn mammies, man. That's what I want. I want the smoke, cause I'm so sick of these damn mammies. For real, like it just bothered me that this witch got on YouTube and blamed it all on that little girl and said that little girl took advantage of a predator who's been doing this for damn near 10 years. 10
Came up
years.
with a whole
And
scenario, a
a
whole
whole
theory
scenario
that
like
she
she
ain't had
like she
no
a
proof
like
of.
she a
Damn Miss
man.
Cleo.
Right. She Miss Cleo. She all of a sudden she hey cooking with sir. No, she like Miss Cleo. She
Oh,
sat
sir,
there.
senior, I ain't got to misrepresent no Bible. We don't have to who that was, Esther, when they talk about what Esther did, and I think they say Esther was really young, like 12 or 13. I would have to go and research the age of what Esther did and the dance she did to lure King, what's his name, Xerxes or whatever. So we ain't
Uh-huh.
gonna talk about the fucked up shit that happened in the Bible, but that was a different time. So I ain't got to misrepresent shit because we do know Sarah and Abraham and Sarah and whatever her name was, Abraham, I mean Sarah
Hagar,
handmaid,
Hagar.
Hagar. And we both know when you talk about Thomas Jefferson and his slave, that fucking Sally Hemings was the playmate to his fucking daughter. So it go cross racial line because Dick don't see age, unfortunately, back then. But we know better, we do better. And I
Yes,
can't
ma'am.
say what them people lived back then because it was in my life some stuff I done that I wouldn't want my daughter to do.
Yes,
Or
ma'am.
the time
Yes,
we lived.
ma'am.
We came up in the 90s when men was like you say, jumping in high schools, picking girls up from high school when they was grown ass men. When teachers was
Yeah.
getting their future wives from they when they was students.
Uh-huh. It,
So
it,
it was a different time, but we ain't gonna pretend the shit didn't happen, sir senior.
yeah.
Yes, I do,
Well,
because I'm
yeah.
a
Well,
grown
I'm gonna
motherfucking
tell you
woman
something.
and I could cuss when I want to, and I have a diverse vocabulary, and I could cuss when I want to, and when I don't want to, I don't have to, and I don't.
That's a sign of being grown, sir. I mean, black women when they pissed off, they gon' cuss. I cuss a lot too. When somebody we listen, it's brother. I tell you like this. I'll say this to the chat. I think it's so superficial to think white women don't do this shit. White women sit there and direct traffic all goddamn day, and they cuss a lot, and people think you guys are upsetting her. But a black woman do it because she's upset. She's not allowed to be upset.
I
That
do it,
that gotta
and I don't
stop.
even have to be upset to do it. That's just the words I choose at the time I choose to use them. But at the end of the day, I'm the one who determine those words I use.
Yeah, I agree, Aaron. He said the Mormons are actually racist. They are, and they're pedophiles too. And they rape their own daughters if they got to, and make babies with them. There was a time that they didn't even let blacks join because they believed that we were cursed. They did, and they still do, and that's how come they let them join now, because they can brainwash you into putting y'all into some more different occults. And I get it, and that's why I come out and join the Mormon. No, I didn't. As a matter of fact, I was walking home from Target. I didn't feel like driving my car just a few blocks from my house because I lived by Target in East Palo Alto, and I ran into a couple of Mormons. And the first thing they said, "Hi, do you know about Jesus Christ?"
Hold on. Let me start seeing you always jumping in the chat, but won't never bring your ass. Hit the link, and you can come up here and you can try to direct
Sir,
me.
you better,
But at the end of the day, this mouth is not under your
yeah, get on it,
submission.
get on.
So
I done
whether
sent
I
my
lack
stream
self
yard.
control Whether I lack self control or not, it's not none of your damn business. Cause last time I checked, you ain't paid damn fucking bill around here. You ain't never sent me a cash app. You don't care about me. So why the fuck would I come out my mouth bother you? Cause you really don't have to listen to it. Cause you really could click out this chat.
Well, sir, sir, you get called out, sir. This was call out day. You might as well get on this live stream and tell us what you think we should be doing as women. Cause I'm
Cause
telling you right
last
now,
time
this
I
ain't
checked,
gonna turn
I was
out
a
well.
whole
But you gotta
47
hang in
years
there, cause
old.
you don't want to get chewed up by the queens. You know what?
I'm 47 years old. So I want to know who the fuck finna tell me what to do. Cause even if my mama came up here, she respect me as a grown woman. And guess what I tell her, Mom? Thank you. Do not provoke your child to wrath. I am a grown woman.
It's just one of those
Obviously you
things.
care. Obviously you care. You commenting.
Listen, I'm off for that smoke. That's okay. Yeah. All he gotta do is come up on here. I just send the link. Cause it's well, for that little girl, for what happened to her, her busted lip and semen all on her body and all on her clothes. They ain't got nothing to do with her.
Sir
That's just
Senior,
some
my mom,
that's
hold on,
some.
let me tell him this. My mama know, just like I'm gonna raise my, I'm a grown woman. And at the end of the day, everybody got to live their own life.
Well, I listened to my
So
mama all day and
unless
she
your
did
mama
it didn't
running
matter.
your life, Sir Senior, I will hope that you hold your
I
own
listened
dick
to
and
my
you're a
mama. I
grown
used to listen to my
man.
mama all day. I was scared of my mama, but at the same time, they ain't got nothing to do with it because I'm a cusser right now, and I don't live with my mama. I don't fear my mama. As a matter of fact, she a coon to sell out and a hater. So, I say that wholeheartedly because it's the truth. Well, you took the little, you took the. I
And
told you
Sir
don't
Senior,
take
let's
that
get
cord
it
out.
straight. You had nothing to do with what was born between your legs. Y'all want to claim credit, and people like you for some shit you ain't even had control over. You ain't had no control over your gender or your race. And you do not get to comment or
No, he
tell
didn't.
grown
No,
ass
you didn't.
women
And you know
what the
what?
fuck to do.
And you know what? Sir, I can tell Sir don't want no smoke. That's why he's standing right there.
He never do. He never do. All the
He
thing
don't
he do
want
is
no smoke.
comment from the
See,
side.
he don't want he don't want he don't want no smoke. That's why he's standing right there. You said, sir. Now you know, sir. Now you know you can. You when you come, it's okay. If you come, if you come and make it and make comments the way you do, I don't care. But you gonna have to get that smoke. If they call you out, you gotta come, sir. You know you always getting into it with the women.
He
You
always get
always
into
getting
it
into it.
with the women because he
Listen,
can't get in a woman.
sir. Now, come on, sir. Now you know it's what you said, sir. Let's see what sir say. Let's see, sir, because see, sir ain't gonna come. Sir ain't pulling up. Sir saying some stuff right now. Here it is. What do you say? What I pull up all the time? Y'all lying, sir. I'm gonna tell the truth. Just pull on up. I promise I'll tell the truth. Pull on up, sir. Come on, come on. Hey, look, here, look. Here go one more. Here go. Here it is. Here it is. Pull on up, sir. Come on, sir. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna be quiet because I know you didn't
Child.
direct that towards me. You directed towards Sister Koja, and Koja is gonna say something now.
But as
You
far as
got
he
the fire
said, my
started.
interpretation of the Bible ain't the whole reason the Muslims and the Jews over there fighting now is because of Abraham Dick,
Yeah,
the children of Sarah and
yeah.
her
And,
handmaid. I
and
forget her name. Ain't that's the reason why they fighting now? Because some
did you
dick
hear?
accident happened thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago.
Yep. And did you hear what the Muslim woman was saying? Did you hear what the Palestinian woman said? The Palestinian woman, not it was no, it was the Pakistani woman. The Pakistani Jewish woman said, if they want their land back, they gotta kill us for it. That's a woman talking. What the man do? I'm telling you, this is some universal shit. The man said, well, we're trying to talk it out. We're trying to get the president to see if we can cease fire. No women said, fuck that. If you want the land, you got to kill us for it. So you see how the roles are being reversed? Like, after I want to reset button, let's get this shit over with and start all over. Because because the man fucked up the country. They did. That white man fucked up the country. Black man want to fuck up the country right along with the white man. Come on, man. Stop that. Stop. Stop. I'm telling you right now, and I heard a lot of white men say they didn't even want white women. They were done. They're tired of them. They're just. But I won't want nobody who don't bathe. I'm sorry, I wouldn't go. That's two red flags: plantation and bathtubs. I'm not doing it.
Girl, you know, it's scientifically proven if you smell a smell long enough, good or bad, you stop smelling it. So when they done been around that smell so long, they no longer smell. It's like me when I go around weed. I don't smoke, so I always smell it.
Oh man.
You know, like people who smoke, they don't smell it no more because they been around. They been not bathing for so long. They don't know what they don't smell it no
Well,
more.
right. Well, sir lost the debate because he refused to cook. He got to change his name to Sorry Sir. Sorry Sir. Sorry Sir. You couldn't come and debate and and
Mommy,
and charge. You want me to charge it? You can't charge it because if you charge it,
entering. Mommy,
huh?
push.
You
Oh,
push.
he sounds so cute.
Yeah, he got his little. He like to throw his little tantrums, so he be cracking me up. Yes, let me tell you what he did. We was at Cost Plus World Market because I'm building my business now, right? And listen, we at Cost Plus World Market and he was tearing up their store, so I had to put him in a shopping cart. And he got mad, and I tied him up. And I said, "Son, you can't get out this shopping cart because I can't have you get us kicked out of the store. Hi, super user. I can't let you get us kicked out the store because I gotta build my business. We gotta make multiple streams of income because I gotta get a project that's up to fit that's less that that costs less than $50 or
I
fifty
want
dollars under. So my son started crying because he couldn't get out the seatbelt part because I clocked him up. So he like, hey, I want out. I said, no, you can't get out. He said, oh, my life, my life.
super user, super user. I'm not putting this on all black men. I'm putting this on men across the board that
Get
want
up
who be
on
talking.
here. I ain't got
No,
nothing wrong.
I'm not going. I just want you. I'm putting this on men across the board. A lot of men that be doing that polygamy stuff, that religion stuff, and all of that stuff. It's a very common thing. If you go and watch them dooms, if you go watch them cults, them religious sects like the Mormons, and we had a church called the Way Church in my town. They them was the white people, and they all their children was getting fucked. And
See?
but when
Well,
you
yeah.
go to engaging in them people who if you want to call them the conscious community, I don't know what he was conscious of because he wasn't nothing but a label whore. I ain't seen nothing but Fendi and Dior and this and that. So I don't know what consciousness he was in. But when you go to following those times, it's a common denominator and it goes across racial lines, it goes across socioeconomic lines, it goes across religious lines.
And
So I'm not gonna put that.
I hate when people get on here and then they don't really ask questions into who because as you can see we do got a couple of black men on here. We do got a couple of black men. They know exactly what we talking about. One just want to pick a fight with women, but he know the truth, and the other one he was getting on the very man. You gonna tell that brother you can't put that on all black men? I don't understand that.
I
Like
want to know
I
super user. So when she get a side chick, do she you get a side chick? She get to get side dick.
or are you a female?
No, he say super user not having a side chick is somewhat acceptable. I just need to know, is it okay for the woman to have side dick?
Yeah, no, it ain't. They have a problem with that, and they think she ain't nothing. She's less than. She's used up. She's undesirable. What is the same shit that we hear? Cause see, I don't believe in that side chick shit. That's that sick fantasy black men call themselves. Hey, I mean, again, if you want to smoke, I don't agree with your logic.
Black mama, I'm gonna
This
say
is
this
this is
here. I believe nobody should be molested, men or women. And in times when that has done, I do not stand with those women, and I condemn that equally. But the more specific thing that they don't talk about is the men that do. But I don't uphold any of it. And
and
that's the
and,
difference.
and
A
I
lot of times in these spaces is that a lot of men make excuses or do not condemn it. So
and
they
let
are
me say
silent. But
and
I
let me say
operate from the that thing that silence gives consent. So when
right.
good men see that happening and they're silent, it's giving consent. And they say
Oh,
all that have to do for evil to prevail is for good men to do nothing.
and see, this
So
is sad
I'm
because
not silent on
this is
women that
sad
take
because
advantage of boys either.
I have not heard when the boys was getting violated by them white women in them schools. I ain't heard nobody get up there and start talking shit about them white women. Now
So,
you yeah, and
oh
it's a
girl, the
bunch of them
same
damn white
people,
women. You,
the
listen,
same people I just told you from
it's
their waist
always
in
it's
my
always
town.
when a young black girl gets taken advantage of, they throw the boys in the mix. And I got a goddamn son, and I refuse to send my son to a damn public school. And as talented as my son is at the age of goddamn 3, I refuse for some teachers to do some shit to my son and fuck him up. And we ain't supposed to say no shit about it.
But
We ain't
you
supposed to
remember
say
I
nothing
just
about it. If a white woman touch and violate a little black little boy, then y'all don't say shit about it. I don't want to hear that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But let it be a little black girl. Now all of a sudden we're gonna pull the I'm a victim card. Black men are victims too card. Cause see, y'all never supported black women when they were in their downfall. Y'all never supported Breonna Taylor. Y'all laughed at someone like Corinne Gaines when she got shot and killed by Dusty, who ran out in the back and stuck up for him, and she held her baby while he took the other baby, and she stuck up for him and lost her life over some dude that taught her some things. So understand, I'm not gonna sit here and just wholeheartedly say, oh well, black men get it the worst too, because you're not the goddamn same. Last I checked,
no.
you got a penis and I got a BJJ, and we have different tools. We do different things. Okay? And until I hear Negroes get on YouTube and call out white women for violating little black boys in them schools instead of downing the single mamas like cowards, then I don't want to hear shit unless you got smoke. Get up on this panel, because I'm not interested in that blame game shit. Was it wrong for Polite to do what he did to that little girl? Yes or no? Yes or no? See, instead of you saying you can't put this on all black men, you should have got on here and said, you know, man, I hate when some black men do this bullshit. I'm glad this wasn't me. We
But
should call
I'm not
people like
gonna
that out. That make us look bad. I'm a good black man. He don't represent me at all. But no, it's this woman ain't supposed to really talk. So you're
but
suspect
I
to me.
did but when I spoke, I did say across religious and racial lines. I did not This is not specific to just black men. This is a black man in this instance, but this has been the way for thousands of years and it goes across all lines. But this particular day, we talk about what he's doing in the community, especially when he's supposed to be this conscious pimp. And so
I'm finna
um
unmute my mic for the king. Hey, King Aaron, hold on.
Yeah,
Let me mute my mic for you.
yeah. What's
I,
going on, Tangent and Coach Malik? How you doing? Yeah, I
all
wanted to
right, how are you?
I'm doing all right. You know what? I'm triggered now. I wanted to call out these old tit for tat ass niggas out here too. I mean, there's always these niggas out here want to play victim. What about the men? Yeah, what about the men? Yeah, we know men get less than stuff, but we talking about this 14-year-old girl. This girl had her lips swollen, and she probably, like, yeah, I put in the chat, her little hymen was probably completely destroyed too. So I wouldn't care what happened to that nigga fight, and he better hope he don't land in one of those level 4 prison yards, because they gonna be waiting for him. And for all these niggas out here that think that shit is all right, I got smoke for y'all too. Y'all some bitch ass niggas. Y'all like preying on little kids. And bottom line, and I don't even like talking like this, but fuck y'all. Y'all don't represent me. I damn sure don't represent y'all. And y'all days are coming. And this me saying it. And
Damn.
you can come after me if you want to. I'm not running from your bitch asses. I want the smoke also, just like Tangent. So since I'm since I'm the only real man up here, I decided to come up here and protect these sisters and be up here with the sisters. Cause I'm show y'all what being a real man is all about. Since y'all
Straight
want to
up.
bitch up,
I'm gonna charge my
Straight up.
phone.
Now.
But yeah, I just wanted to say that it's an issue that go across a lot of lines, and I really wish people would do some research into it to learn how this is a chronic. When you get these, I don't want to call them subcultures, but that's what I guess what the name for them is. When you get these subcultures that go to doing this stuff and would insulate themselves from a lot of stuff, you'll see, like I say, from the Jim Jones cult to the nature, even Nature Boy. In a couple of years, if they have some daughters, you'll see what'll happen if he still be around and he ain't kicked the bucket and
No,
stuff. You'll see.
he said, because he had a beautiful daughter. Look, I this is what happened. Somebody told me to follow Nature Boy. Right now, I'm thinking they talking about Nature Boy and Ric Flair. You know me, I'm lost. Now I was pregnant with my son, and I remember when the whole group got kicked out of Costa Rica, and the police was putting them in jail and separating them and stuff. I did not know what's her name? Her name is Lilith or Lila, but she goes by the name of Eliana. Okay, and she what happened was they separated her. She was messing with one of the dudes, and then he just took what's his name? Just whatever his name is, call whoever he called himself, and he think he the chief. Well, he done sat there. Nature Boy took her from the boyfriend she was with, and they've been together, right? Well, fast forward. I think my son was 18 months old when she gave birth to her little girl. Beautiful baby, okay? Now, he been abusing her ever since. Like he been beating on her and everything, right? And one day they got into it because he keep on sleeping. He She didn't want no threesomes, and he got mad and started calling her all kind of names, talking about next time I'm gonna shave your damn hair off. You know she had pretty hair, and you ain't finna. You can leave, and we'll send your ass back to the states, and you ain't finna take your baby. So she says, well, I'm gonna get my baby and I'm leaving, right? So he follows her because he's pissed off, and meanwhile the cult followers is all in the kitchen like, oh shit. So he follows her and she's screaming, and then he says, shut the fuck up. So you hear him slapping her, but the baby fell on the floor, so she's screaming like, you hit the baby. And so you hear the baby was like, hey, hey. I was like, oh shit, this nigga ain't in jail. Nobody killed this nigga yet. No, nobody did not to him yet. So the whole time I was like, yeah, I want Ileana father to come and do something to him. Like for real. Like she been talking about I'm finna come and get my daughter, but then they wouldn't tell where they was at. Cause we don't know where they're at. You know what I'm saying? So far we still don't know where they're at. And he's still with that occultist. And then I think he called himself get another female pregnant, but then when she had the baby belonged to the Mexican. So they both got kicked out. And they started back
But
eating better and
then
everything.
he was Nature Boy was messing with the men too.
Yeah, he was messing with them men. Yeah, he was talking to them crazy and everything. They had to stand there and be quiet for real.
yeah, I just found out R. Kelly messed with some little boy too at a gas station in Chicago.
Oh, he raped his son too. He raped one of
Hmm.
his sons came out.
Yeah, but I'm not surprised about Nature Boy. I did a video on
Well, R. Kelly's daughter is
his creepy ass
transitioning
too.
into a boy, and she has been transitioning into a boy for a while. I mean, and when I was telling y'all about saying about that church called the Way Church, and you were talking about the teachers that mess with the boys, that
Yep.
Way Church, it was a white people church. But one of the children of the women that was in the Way Church was a teacher. She used to be married to her husband, brother. The brother was a firefighter. I ain't even know the history of that because that wasn't my generation. But her daughter ended up molesting one of the kids or going with one of the sons of one of my classmates. See, that's how that stuff traveled through generation.
Wow. See, and you know
But we
what's
had a
so
small
dumb
country
about
town.
Nature Boy is he ain't took none of them damn videos down. So you gonna see
Hmm.
all that. You see all that shit, and then we're learning from the women, from a couple of women who escaped out of the island, said that and for some reason she can't tell where they're at. So I guess the protection. But I think Nature Boy finna get done with. I think he gonna lose his life. He done's already done talked about all the black women gonna die and little girls gonna get raped and he excuse me he
But
gonna
ain't
use
he
the word
supposed to
from
be HIV positive if he
and
messing
he
with?
said he took some herbs and now he negative and then he said then they say he had the
I
H.
want cat.
Okay, he said they had the H the herb
H-
and they was and all you gotta do is get away from America and all that stuff will go away because stress will make you get it.
Yeah.
yeah,
He
okay.
said the stress will make you get it. So and all these women and this occultists. Woo, my
I
gosh.
don't want
I
Good
saw
night,
this
super
video
user.
a few years ago. I saw this video from Nature Boy. He said that when he having sex with his wife, he allows his kids to be in there with him. They feel on his genitals and stuff like that. It's part of teaching them this ain't this sex is
It's
natural
called
and all that.
grooming.
And
It's
I'm like,
called grooming. It's called grooming.
yeah.
I think
But
he a pedo. He all them O's. He a homo, pedo, womanizer. He all them O's. Everything about him is a no. No.
he is the bad. People think that only traditions like Christmas and Easter and whatever else get passed down. That bad stuff get passed down, and it's been passed down. And for a long time, people didn't talk about it and didn't educate each other about it. But now we know, and once you become responsible for it, you do better.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's how I come. I just felt like, this type of stuff. Like we gotta start protecting these little girls. Cause listen,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you something. Grown women need to start clowning grown women, and the reason why I say that is because, listen, you again, we got these mammies who got daughters and sons, and you too busy still trying to catch. You don't already
yeah.
you can't just sit there. You just can't sit your funky ass down to be a mom. You gotta go catch, right? And you got Negro predators. You got predators. I've seen a female walk around, think she was lighter than my grandmama. Tell she's a black woman, but she like Creole looking. And she had on some she had on that Sonny and Cher weave. Go sit on that pop, Papa. She had on that Sonny and Cher weave, right? Long, and she got two kids. Now she got like a 2 year old little baby girl, and she got a no, she had a 1 year old baby girl. It was in a stroller, but she had a 3 year old little boy. And guess what? That little boy was sagging his diapers. Okay, he had on some shorts and showing half his diapers. And I was like, how with a belt around him? He's a baby. So that tells you right there, we got a lot of work to do. Like, for real, I'm not trying to talk to her or nothing. I just want you to go. Like, you
But
guys
what
spend
you
like,
have sometimes what you have to do is you have to befriend those people because I always equate it to how the old women is in the church. When somebody come into the church that's new, if I'm a street girl and I come to church, well, I ain't got no damn church clothes. I got street clothes. Instead of them going and talking to the lady and easing her out of the clothes, eventually they going in because they scared that the pastor looking at new pussy and that's gonna diminish their power. But sometimes we have to befriend
yeah,
people and just be that example and talk to them. Because if you come at somebody, oh girl, your baby pants sagging and this and that, they're gonna immediately fight back against it. So sometimes you have to be smart in your approach because I don't never really want to make nobody feel bad. Now I will
you're
if you
right.
come with the
You're right.
bullshit, but
You're right.
sometimes you just have to say, hey, maybe they didn't have a good example. Maybe they did have a good example. Maybe they just need to be reinforced. Maybe you got to sneak it in on them.
Yeah, sometimes we do got. I personally got to change my little mindset approach. I got some of that old grandmom in them ways too. You know what I'm saying that I'm trying to work on. And no, I didn't say nothing to the sister. I wish I did pull up and say, "Hey, how you doing? You got some cute kids." I should have did that. You know what I'm saying? My son tell the other little boy hi. I should have did that because maybe I could have been some I could have been in those babies' life. I do have a niche of reaching out to some brothers and sisters, and we become close. You know, we become actually close for and we talk about resources, but um, be, I want us to be honest with you, for real. I think, and Aaron. I'm glad you up here. I just want to tell you that I am grateful because you've been supporting me. You've been supportive of me. You've been supportive of a lot of people's content that's on that righteousness. You know, right is right, wrong is wrong. Black Mama has as well. And I'll tell you something. I'm gonna subscribe. If I haven't subscribed to your channel yet, I'm gonna subscribe to it now. Um, because I'm
Yeah,
pretty
you
sure
welcome
you
to
ain't
him too.
break. You went after polite. I got to see that because I see. I need to flush all that out. You know what I'm saying? If I see enough people calling this out, that's gonna. It's like it's gonna make me feel like we're finally freaking stepping up. This is like this shit got to stop. This being silent got to stop. We gotta hold each other accountable for our wrongdoings, and
Yeah.
and and and
But
you're
I'm
calling out.
trying to see.
Yeah, you're right about that too. You know what? Because you know what? I've been saying this for a long time, but we can call out white supremacy and racism all day and night long. Okay, okay, I get it. But when it comes to the black degeneracy in our own neighborhoods, it remains to be the elephant in the room. Don't nobody want to say nothing about it. All of a sudden, oh, you a coon. You attacking your own people. Oh, so let me get this straight. Instead of going when I go after the police and all that and stuff for shooting one of us in the street, yeah, everyone's all rah rah and shit, but won't have the same energy when you got these black thugs in the neighborhood shooting who can't even shoot right and hitting innocent babies and kids and adults and stuff like that, but no one says shit. And then you got this old stupid ass no snitching rule in the hood and all that. Oh, all of a sudden, instead of attacking the real perpetrators, they want to attack me. They want to attack the folks who call this shit out. Like, cause I called it out on Facebook about a year ago, and folks came after me, like I'm the one that did something wrong.
But
Yeah,
what I
because
can understand is when they talking about conscious community. What was conscious about him? Conscious consumption, consumerism, because nothing that that man visually represented, in my opinion, ain't the only opinion, would be in line with somebody who was conscious or a conscious black community, because a conscious black community is not putting all of their money on their sleeve and advancing, putting labels and different things and spending our wealth in ways or our money in ways that do not produce. He talk about cryptocurrency, but he didn't, but what he showed was something different in his lifestyle. So I'm just trying, I mean, if he was a conscious pimp or conscious of his pimpology, I can understand, but nothing that he displayed was actually in line with his message, and that's what we need to cover. um if
Exactly.
you if you talking about X, Y, and Z, and the reality is most people are one paycheck from homelessness. And it's like when they had the man doing the reverse mortgage loan, Tom Selleck. I'm like, Tom Selleck can't tell me a motherfucking thing about a reverse mortgage. His shit ain't in jeopardy of getting repossessed. Why is a
Right.
rich man gonna be telling me about that? It's just some things I need to know the relationship of. And if it's not matching what it's supposed to be, if it's directly
You talking
opposite
about
of
Tom
what
Sawyer,
they're,
the actor?
yeah, I think that was him. It was somebody on a commercial who was an actor doing a reverse mortgage loan commercial.
Hmm.
And I'm like, bitch, you rich. What the fuck you worrying about a reverse mortgage for? You ain't in no way
Exactly.
in the same shape as people who need. So I can't take this message from you because you're
Yeah.
not representative of the people you're talking to. So why am I taking information from a rich man about a mortgage for people that's poor?
So I lost
Now,
plenty of respect for the conscious community and these hotep, whatever they call them. I done lost all kind of respect for them. They want to give themselves all these long ass names and wear dashikis and shit. In the meanwhile, our neighborhoods are still in shambles and stuff like that. I mean, they want to, and then the dashiki they wearing was made in Taiwan. So
yeah,
so figure that out.
that's
A
true. All
Chinaman
the
literally
African,
shows you. A
all
Chinaman
the
literally
African fabric come
shows you
from
your
over there.
blackness.
All the fabric, the African fabric come from over there. So if you want to get you, it got to come from over there.
Yeah, basically,
I they
A Chinese man sold you your blackness for 9.99, and then he tell you get out of my store and all that. I
I
mean,
remember when I was look, I went to Mexico. I went all the way to Mexico to buy some shit that was made in China. Really, I went to get a Mexican sombrero made in China.
Let me tell y'all what happened. I was watching a YouTube channel, right? And I think it was African Unite Force. And she is beautiful. I actually love her channel. So she had showed a channel. She showed a channel of an I think he was Nigerian. I think he's either Nigerian or from Uganda. One of the two. And they was asking a question. He was a I know. Go here. Here's another cookie, honey. And he was questioning. He had interviewed a Asian, I guess, an Asian business founder. That's what it was. I think he was like I think he was like the owner of some form of a company in Africa. So she says, "This is made in Africa. This is made in Africa." He says, "The main important thing I heard him say was, why you do not say that this come from Africa? The cell phones, why you not say this come from Africa? Why?" So the Chinese dude says, "We say it come from Africa. We don't make money, so we must say China. We ship everything to China and we expect it. If good, we send it to America, and that's where it's from China." I said, "Oh, so y'all hella wrong. So cell phones and shit really come from Africa. That explains why y'all had child labor. Explains why y'all had child labor in Africa, and some kids died digging in them cobalts with no protection whatsoever, and it explains all of it. It explains it all." So I was like, "F that! I'm finna see right now. I'm finna go give me some manufacturer." So I did talk to a brother from the Netherlands. He said, I'm gonna give you someone from Gambia. I know a family member from Gambia. So I says, "Well, y'all got a clothing line that's manufactured?" He said, "No, that's in Uganda. I'm in Gambia. Uganda and Nigeria have the manufacturer." And I said, "Damn, confirmed."
But
He said they
um,
make everything.
you know, it's funny you should
Fortunately,
mention that
America
because
has evolved, but
it's
children have always been labor. Even in the United States, it wasn't until what they say the last 120 years that children were actually thought of as people. The first child abuse case in the United States had to be um, done under animal cruelty laws. So unfortunately, that's the way of the world. And that children are smaller, they're easier to control and make do stuff. And
animal
that's mean
cruelty.
they're easily exploitable. And
But did y'all
unfortunately, when
hear
you
about?
grow up in that, when you become an adult and you survive that, you like it's my time to do to them what they did to us because that's what you learn. So yeah.
Did y'all hear about that? Did y'all hear about that court? How they're trying to legalize marriage for kids at the age of 12. They're trying to lower it to age 12.
But
No, but I'm not
it's not.
surprised. I'm not surprised, and I just literally just read just a few minutes ago that the Taliban right now, you know, with the shit going on in Afghanistan, they're actually forcing young girls to marry their fighters.
But in the United States, they say the legal age, a lot of our legal age is what people can marry is the age that which they can go to the courthouse and sign for themselves. But parents have always had the ability to sign for their children to marry. And I'm not sure what that age is, but it's really low. It's lower than the age. Like in Florida, I got to be 18 to go sign for myself. But my mom can sign for me, or my legal guardian can sign for me at 14 or whatever. I don't know what the lowest it go, but and then that will make it legal. Because now you're an emancipated adult and you're no longer a child, and you could be married to somebody who's 50. That
Now let me
still
ask you
exists in
this:
a
you
great
think?
part of almost all of the United States. It hasn't been outlawed. We just don't know the specifics of the law and the little new ways around stuff,
Yeah, the
and we
loopholes.
assume that it's one thing, but it's a lot different if people look into it. Because we had a whole state in which that state was fighting because they was trying to make the mandatory marrying age 18. I want to say 18 or something, and the people were fighting against it because they didn't. And that's how you ended up a lot of time with some, if a Roy Moore in Alabama, who was running for the House, and then the other man won, the Democrat won. He was known for going up to the mall and stuff and being predatory on those girls. They had banned him from the mall, and he had been removed from the bench, I want to say twice. But they looked at, she should have been happy that a man who was in his position was looking at her. And that's what the white people were saying. This is a way of life that is no longer a way of life. And it has to be criminalized and stamped out, because maybe when people didn't live past 45, that was reasonable. But it's a new day and a new time, and we are, and it's not
They
okay.
have a
Yeah, I
whole
can't wait for
organization
that
called
Reese.
NAMBLA.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, brother.
Also, they got a whole organization called NAMBLA, which nobody called out. The National Man Boy Love Association.
And see, that's
Yes,
what the
it's
gay
called the
people.
Clover Love. That's what it's called. It's called the Clover Bill, where an old man can look at a little 6-year-old little boy and say, "I'm a 5-year-old little girl, and I like to love this little boy." And you can't do nothing about it. And I says, the hell I can't. I'm a female. I'm offended. I do some. I bear spray that mother. I bear spray your ass for real. Don't look at my son talking about you feel like a 5-year-old little girl. You're a 39-year-old man. I wish you would pretend. I help you remember what age you are again.
Can
Because
you
there was
say
some, these people were slut shamed. The America did not become this beacon of morality. They were slut shamed into those actions that took away as much of the stuff that they can and criminalized it. And so when it became unpopular that all these pedophiles and stuff aren't getting time in jail, they are trying, just like right now, the United States is supposed to be collectively, minorities will make up more of the country than white people will. It's going to be the first time that white people, if they didn't want to get on the same page, could not elect themselves into office. So they got to go through the back door, and that's why you saw the stacking of the federal bench. These people were slut shamed into making these laws. It did not happen voluntarily. And maybe it was some intervention here and there to help move it in a way. And so now to undo that, that's what they're doing, trying to undo it. It's just like when domestic violence, and I know people are going to say they agree with this or don't agree with domestic violence, judges turn their eye the other way. They had to take away what they call making it discretionary. Judge had discretion over what they would do, and they had to make it statutory, where it tied their hands and forced them to do it. And that's kind of what happened with some of these sexual things. They took away some of this discretion. And so how do they undo it? Then they're going through the back door to undo some of these things that prevent them from reveling and wallowing in their degeneracy. That so they got to undo it
Well, I'll be
because
glad
they
when
were
that
slut
reset
shamed into
button.
doing it in the first place.
Well, I'll be glad when that reset button come, honey, because
yeah,
that's
they
how
now
come that that's how come that's how come that moon is pink.
they they,
Okay.
they,
But
they, they want to make it to where they can also sleep with their animals too. Now they want to sleep with dogs and horses and stuff.
Oh, see, that's how come we not to start that. I don't know who
but
it was,
this thing
but this
about
how
little
come.
girls,
This is how come
about
we gotta just
children,
stop eating meat.
the thing about children is not just the United States, because do y'all remember when them children were taken in Nigeria? They had took them.
Yes.
Those were little girls, and many of those girls were made to marry, or their form of marriage to
Or
that.
give up their
And I know
organs.
somebody panel you mentioned, I really haven't been by there that much, because they posted a picture of their mother and their father and said, if you can't get with this, you can't get with me. But what I saw with my eyes, and I know it was a different time and a different day, was a older man and a child. That's what I saw. So, but these
Well,
things
do you,
go
let me ask
past
you
the
this.
United States, because those countries, it get into thing of female circumcision to get into, and those be little girls, little girls. As soon as they get their period. So if you get your period at 10 years old, you know, and it's a lot. It's a lot, and it goes. But that's been the way of the world for a long time.
You know, let me ask you this, because I got two questions. You got both y'all answer this if you know. Do you think the first question is, do you think these parents who marry their kids off at an early age, especially their daughters, marry them off at an early age is because they need the money and they feel like they gotta sell their kids for money? And secondly, did you know that a lot of the girls that was kidnapped allegedly Oprah had something to do with that shit? Allegedly, I said allegedly now, was them Nigerian girls that was kidnapped, a whole bunch of them, and some of them turned, most of them were missing, not because they were married, but because they need to be used for organs. Because there was some that some of them that was captured told that they were using them for organ harvesting.
Yeah, I heard
I
about
didn't
that.
know that.
Yeah, I heard about something like that. I mean, I heard about something like that in Nigeria, but it's also going on here in America too. Black girls and stuff. Basically, it's like a real life Get Out.
But
Wow.
when they was talking about that Jeffrey Epstein, I just remember my mom when because my mom was a child abuse investigator, and I just remember one time I ran straight, you better start running away because they be missing with girls. And my uncle had lived in New Mexico, and we went there on vacation, and she was like, "You better be careful down there." And it just bring back when they was talking about Weinstein, Harvey Weinstein, and his compound that he had somewhere down there. I was like, I bet you that's what all that stuff was coming up with them, because I think back in that time in the 80s and stuff, the late 80s, when a lot of girls and stuff was missing. I was like, I bet you that was them. It just made me think about that, what was going on in the world at the time and the stuff that was coming up with girls missing and stuff around that time.
Oh,
And then I found out about them platelets, like they want newborn babies. That's another thing that I was upset about with that. What happened to the couple who got their kids stolen from them? Okay,
Oh,
them babies, you know. But I had
Florida is.
I had another epiphany. See, they said she was with Star Searcher. She was a finalist, and she did movies and acting roles, and Sister Girl can sing. And my question is, do y'all think that she owed them some albums in the movie, and the powers that be stepped in and told
No, I don't
that?
think it got nothing to do with that. But
Well,
you have to understand the law to understand, because a lot of people don't really understand the law in relation to that. And I can only talk about Florida law, but one thing I do know is that most states have similar things. For example, if every state have something that say for speeding. Now, my state or my county may say speeding is at 60. Your state may say it's at 70. So there may be little subtle differences, but they basically do have some of the same laws and stuff in place. And people don't understand in Florida, in the world, it became unfashionable to lock men up, black men up in the privatized prison system. And as you can see, they made laws even in this last election that was supposed to diminish privatized prison. But when one thing goes down, something else come up, and it's been the privatization of the foster care system that started, I want to say, around either the mid 80s to 90s, when they start privatizing a lot of the services, just like they privatized prison related to foster care. And people don't understand that when you go in what they call dependency court, it is the wild, wild west. The judge can do anything under the guise of saying the child is in imminent danger. And once
that,
they come in,
but
you have to understand the law. And every year, when you work for the state, the only way you get the same budget or more is if you did the same work this year as you did last year or more. Otherwise, somebody loses their job because they say you only had this many cases. So unofficially, there's an incentive for them to at least keep the same number of cases, if not more cases, or else somebody's going to lose their job because they're not going to get the same money this year as they did last year. Now, you tell me, What company have a good year every year, and the budget goes up every year, and it's written into the state laws and statutes that every county has to have what they call CPT, Child Protection Team. And people don't really even understand that there are two separate entities between the person that comes in and investigate. They have one set of notes, but the CPT team is the one who's directing everything, and they don't understand all the intricacies associated with it. But it's the new foster care, and what they do is it's illegal for you. It's illegal for you to even put out stuff related to your case, even if you redact the names to show what's going on. They there's no due process and stuff, and it's really, really funky how they work that court, because they'll have what they a public defender at the beginning. You will think you're signing in the court saying you're present, but what you're really doing is signing in to the public defender to represent you if you don't ask questions. Because I actually had a case and I learned a lot about it. And they tried to get me. I'm like, I'm not here for that. I'm not accused of a crime. What are you talking about? I'm not signing it, because once you sign that, that means every paperwork revolving your case will go directly to that person, and they can do all kinds of stuff on your behalf because they're your attorney without actually directly consulting you. And it's
Yeah,
a
but in
very
her case, her and her husband was
it's all
dumbfounded.
across the state. It's
They,
not just her. It's all across the
but
state.
she didn't
And
do
they take
nothing. She didn't do nothing to
I
that
but
baby.
this is it's not just her, because once they get these kids in the system, you people think guardian ad litems work for free. No,
Hey,
they getting paid now. The guardian ad litem eats off of them. The people who transport them to and from doctor's appointments eat off of them. The doctors eat off of them. They have to have more judges in court to see those cases. That mean they have to have more secretaries, more all of that within. It's so many people that eat off of those kids.
yeah,
And
but
so,
that don't make it right what they did. See, they made
but
up
they
some
will
shit
take
that
kids
they
for
made up some shit
anything.
on that mom. And let me tell you something.
They
She's well
they
known.
doing it across the board. I'm saying people saying this case, this just the tip of the iceberg. If they were to really go and look to see what those people are doing, it's wrong. But that's very common here, and it's happening more than what people know. Is what I'm trying to say.
No,
Yeah, I'm
okay,
glad this
cause
happened
I had
because the
Cause
stuff
I
that
had
it will.
issues breastfeeding my daughter, and when I went to the hospital to tell them that, you know what they did? They didn't call no damn CPS on me about my daughter. They gave me a breast enhancement shot to start my milk up, and that was the most painfulest shit ever. And I said I would not do it again. That milk wouldn't even stop coming either. I wouldn't do it again. That was the
It's
most
even
painfulest
happened.
thing.
It's happening to poor
You
white
know
trash.
they,
It's happening to poor white people. They taking their babies.
but
This is a
my
money maker. It's more than
but I'm
just
looking at the
them.
fact that she got the key to the city. I'm looking at the
They
fact that
got
she got
they
the
got
key
the
to the
wrong
city.
one this
She
time. This
signed
the
she
thing. They chose the wrong person this time, because there will usually be some poor person without resources that cannot help themselves. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. I hope this really pulls back in front of the world what's taking place, because she's just one of many, many, many people. They doing this stuff so
I mean
easy and taking people out their homes and taking people children. It's really, really
I I
bad.
I I don't know. Some in my heart tell me she owe an album or two, or she saw what was going on in Hollywood, and she didn't want no part of it. And yes, they got laws too. If you do something, they give you the key to the city, they give you millions of dollars. But guess what?
No,
You gonna have to do 5 damn movies for us. If you don't do
Tanjon,
something
I'm
for us,
telling you,
you gotta give up something. Cause I read a paperwork. It was some paper that was given to me.
Tanjon,
I
I'm
signed.
telling you from personal experience about that system, because I know that system. My mom worked for that system, but not only that, my daughter a few years ago and my son was involved in that system and what they tried to do to my daughter and my son. So I'm
Yeah, I
not just
know Kamala
saying this.
Harris tried to have my daughter removed too, just because
And
she was
when
preemie. You know
And
what I'm
when I
saying?
tell you, as a result of that, I linked up with other moms. It would take you to go to, I would just challenge you to go to Facebook to Florida CP Florida DCF abuse or protests against DCF, and you could join that group and begin to see the number of cases and stuff that's all across the state people complaining about. It's not just one person. This has been going
Nah,
on. I'm
cause they
so
can't
glad.
find them kids. They can't look. We everybody think them babies may be sacrificed, and because it's deeper than the courts. They own the courts, so they can do whatever the hell they want. To me, she owed them a couple of movie roles and some parts. I'm telling you, it may seem silly. It may be about the courts and stuff, but who could they could go and tell the courts, I that woman you gave the key to the city to, cause she yelled twice. I have the keys to the city. All she did was just go to the hospital and say, my son's having a hard time breastfeeding. I'm not making enough milk. And instead of them saying, okay, let me give you a breast booster
I'll
shot.
give you an example of a case my mama had back in the 80s that she tell me about. It was a little girl and she had went outside, and I don't know if y'all know, back in the day, the children were jumping on some mattresses. Now, if you ever get bit by a brown recluse spider, it resembles a burn. After it starting to eating the tissue and killing the tissue, it looks like a burn. They took that child away, and the little girl had said, she had been outside jumping on some mattress. They accused, I think it was the mother or the grandmother, of burning the child, and it came out. And none of the doctors off the record agreed that that was what it was. But because one doctor had put their neck on the line and said it was third-degree burns, they had a hard time getting anybody to stand up against them. My mama would say she was not going to do that to this lady because that wasn't what it was. And she had to move in such a way where it did not discredit that man, and the other people didn't have to come out and say, no, he was wrong, but they was going to hang that lady for that.
Okay,
This
well, I find it mighty funny that they took away a 15-month-old baby. And I know I get it. That's another state. I know in
to go
California when
and
they
look
take
up.
your kids away, you have to go to counseling, and then they have a supervised vision for you when you want your kid back. They got a supervised vision for you. Visitation, you gotta be there at that visitation to see that baby. You're not gonna just automatically put that baby in foster care. And what they told her was the baby. They first of all they lied and said she refused a vitamin B shot for a 15-month-old, and which
And
that's kind of weird because she says you never said anything about a B shot. I didn't refuse
But the
anything.
one thing that was strange is that they didn't place the child with family, because it used to be a thing that if you had family, that they would seek to place your child with a family member,
They
and they
refused the
didn't seek
family.
out.
The family
Yeah,
called.
and that's totally against policy and procedure what they're doing. But they've changed a lot of stuff. But my mom said she sat there and saw when these set of people was retiring, how they was rewriting the laws to turn this into a privatized system. And when they made this system private where people could make money, even down to the classes that you take to become a foster parent, they even have private companies that were created to do that. So everybody eats off of these children, and it is a money maker. I'm not happy that happened to her, but the fact that she is in the spotlight will actually bring more things to open up what's happening in that case, because it's a lot of people have worse done to them, and they don't have the resources that this lady have, nor the thing for the world to see what's happening. So I'm
That's
hoping that something good comes out of it because of who she is.
no. It's not because who she is. It's not because she got the key to the city. The point is she owed the powers that be some shit. I think it's some spiritual stuff. I think they took the baby, wouldn't even let her know where the baby was, wouldn't even give the mama the baby because this is some powers that be shit. I think this is some she turned down a
Well,
couple
I'm
of
gonna
movie
tell
roles.
you how much so that they want to place children with family members. My mom adopted 3 kids. My sister, in who she adopted in terms, became an adoptive mother too, and she had this little boy. She originally was foster care, and she wasn't going to do it anymore, and she wanted to adopt the boy. They had found some second, third, fourth degree relative And even though that child had been with her basically since birth, and he was like 4 or 5 years old, they took him out of the home and gave him to that relative. And when the relative got tired of the boy a year or two later, they brought him back to my sister. But that's how much they used to want to preserve placing a child with a family member, that they took him out basically the only home he's ever known. Now he just graduated from high school this year and he's going off to college. I want to say in Ohio, but that's how much they was used to try to preserve keeping kids with family members. So it's really odd that they did not put this. And the lady Light Vivian Vicious, I can't pronounce, I don't know how to pronounce that name, but she's saying it's become a practice because these kids that they designate that have medical problems, foster parents get more money for keeping medically needy kids. And so it's a whole nother level of stuff. And I know about 10 years ago, if you got a kid that was deemed medically needy, I think it was $1,800 per month, not to mention whatever food stamps, etc. they got. But one family was limited to 2 children like that. But we're talking about $3,600 a month, and then you would have to go and see what homes those kids were placed in, whether they were placed in white foster homes or whatever. But it is a business.
I know that for sure. There's a business.
And
That's
if it
why I
was
think that's.
1800
But
per kid like 10, 11 years ago, you better believe it's way probably double that now.
I believe it too. I was trying to become a foster parent and adopt me a little boy so my son could have a brother so they could both terrorize and give me a headache. You know what I'm saying, out of love. But by me being a single mom, not having not having a male partner that I can grow and build with, what I'm saying, it is they give us problems, but they show have no problem giving it to the alphabet community. I tell you that. I still not over the fact that they sat there and took them two little black boys, the 2 and the 4-year-old, 3 years ago, because I know they're about 7 and 6 now, um, and um, and put them in a dress. And the sister who was trying to get custody of her nephews, um, was on that. She was crying. She was hollering. She was on the phone. She was like, "We're gonna get the police. This is child abuse. You can't do this." And the first thing one of the women said was, "You're harassing us." No, witch, you're abusing the boys. They're boys. What are you doing putting a dress on these kids? So that was the most hurtful thing. That's why I gotta get this clothing line out for my son. That being said, my son clothing line is teespring.com. I'm gonna start knowing
Well,
how to
Tayson,
type
I
this
got to
stuff
hop
in.
off. My husband gonna kill me because he done came home about 50 minutes ago and I got to get off the phone with you all. I'm gonna be divorced.
Okay, yeah. Please, thank you for coming and visiting and stuff. And I'm
Yeah,
about to
it was
get off
definitely.
too. I'm
Yeah, this
about
was
to,
definitely good.
yeah,
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 right. Yeah, I have a
I'm
good
going
one.
to show up.
yeah.
And
Look,
I noticed all the
before
ones that wanted to smoke didn't really want to smoke, huh?
no, they didn't want to smoke. They didn't. But you know what? I think I'm gonna do it. What's the best time to do the smoke? What's the best time to do the smoke, Aaron? What's the
probably,
best time to do the smoke?
probably Friday.
Okay, Friday, like at 11 o'clock at night.
Probably, yeah, because that's usually when everyone, it's the weekend, and or maybe even Saturday, because people, they doing their thing anyway. So but yeah, all
You
the
know,
folks who want to smoke, they rather hide and
you
cower in the safety of and anonymity of the chat.
well,
That's why they
ain't
want to come
nobody
up here.
go. Can't nobody go nowhere hardly no more. They about to close and shut down this state again.
Hmm.
They gonna shut this shit down. I'm like, oh, oh, you can't even go outside. You can't even go to the store. Ain't no store. Ain't what store? What store?
Yeah,
That's
ain't
what
nothing to
I'm.
go outside too. No way. Shit.
I should shoot. I wanna. Stop, son. That's why I want my son to have his own. I want him to have a backyard so he could just go ahead and do what the hell. He go and run around the backyard, and I can jog around the yard. I can grow some vegetables in the yard. He can play. Well, he can play on some
Yeah, you
swing
brought
stuff in
back
the
some
yard.
memories.
Yeah, cause he got energy. My son got energy, and he an alpha baby, so he ain't trying to hear nothing I talk about. When I tell him don't be sitting on top of the shopping cart, he looking at you like he ain't heard you say a damn word. He gonna still try to get out that shopping cart.
You brought back some memories. When you said backyard, we used to have a backyard growing up on South Side Chicago. We had backyards at the house there.
Yeah, here's my email too. You guys, please, if you guys are interested in getting some land, there's a brother who gonna teach us how to become landowners without using our money and all that stuff. He good at what he does. He's successful, but he's looking at Tracy, California. I said Antioch, California. He said it's flip them up and buy. You know, you could buy your little street, you could buy your little lot, you could buy your little corner. Um, and stuff. Uh, hey, thank you, Sugar Babe. And please, you guys email me and I'll send you that. Now we got in contact with Omega Courtney, and that very brother was on because she good at bringing some information on her show, and I'm kind of bothered by the fact that it's not enough people coming into her channel because she bring in solutions, like for real, like people who's willing to do certain things. Will be no excuses. There is no excuses. You know what I'm saying? And let me see. Let me give you my email address real quick. Um, Let me see.
Yeah, that's the problem with us as a people. Too many times we want to go to the car crash and not the classroom because so many of our people into the drama. When some of us get on this platform and talk some sense and talk solutions, they don't want all that. They want to know who getting drug and who getting who getting ran up on and stuff like that.
You right, Aaron. And
You know, people,
Sugar Babe says she enjoyed the show and the conversation, and then she says our community garden that needs to be weeded. The vetting process amongst us need to be kicked in high gear. I agree,
mhm,
but we got to have the right. Again, I think the Most High is already forming us into the right people we need to be. It shouldn't be no guess who's how we gonna get everybody together. God don't want everybody to come together. He only want the ones who think like we supposed to be thinking like. He only want us to come together.
yeah. I mean,
That's all.
cancel
That's all.
culture is real. I
Yeah.
mean, basically, unfortunately, right now we seem to be the main people that's embodying the very definition of cancel culture.
Yeah. And we gotta stop that. And the first thing we gotta do is shun the people who we think we gotta be friends with. And then we gotta shun the enemy who been the enemy with us all these years, but we had to be their friend. We gotta shun them. And you know what I'm saying? I'm learning how to run my store. I just hired two Africans. They so happy. I just hired two Africans to do my Teespring account. They gonna help me design stuff. And every Friday we got meetings. So it's on, man. And
Yeah,
here. And let me tell y'all one more thing. I think you guys should do. I think, and that's how come we need a Zoom call. So please, if you go to my email and type in I want a Zoom call, I'm gonna give you guys a whole secret. I'm gonna give y'all a whole secret because y'all, I got to hook you guys up. Um, Sugar Baby, if you went here on the earlier channel, check it out. I'm calling out mammies. I want some mammies who won't smoke with me. I've been wanting that smoke with some mammies. I'm sick of them accusing little girls of enticing pedophile dudes. That's
right.
that's that's what I'm talking about. And then the brother said if any dude got a problem with a sister and he want to try to come at me when I'm trying to get at a mammy, he got my back. He about to go after the dude. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So, you know what I'm saying? That's the whole thing. That's what it was about. Cause um you starting to get a bunch of mammies who's coming out the woodwork, and them the main ones that probably gonna start molesting little boys. We gotta watch the mammies. Just
Hmm.
watch them. Cause I don't like that. The fact that you gotta be so digmatized and until you realize you ain't really got nobody, and then you gonna look at little boys and you gonna try to look at little boys and you gonna try to touch their little peen. And I am not putting up with it. Nope, nope, nope,
Right.
nope, nope. But other than that, yes, you guys please email me for a Zoom call because I just learned how to do a Zoom and I just learned how to do some Zooms. And I'm serious. I just found out how y'all can make some money on the side and pay what you can, pay. I listen, I just paid an African brother. We was just he gave me a connection, and the
And speaking of
connection came.
Africans, and speaking
Look,
of Africans, I know I said something earlier about Africans, but real talk, I love our African brothers and sisters. I love the continent. And I would love for us, foundational Black Americans, I would love for us to do business with Africans and Caribbeans because we really technically are all the same people.
you're right. And let me tell you something. The brother I was talking to told me straight up that not all Africans in Africa are the same because they don't even like each other. I didn't
True.
know that. It was some
Oh, yeah.
tribes that sometimes the one tribe don't like the other tribe. Okay, that's obvious. Some tribe cool to vibe with the other tribe, which I think that's powerful. But you got some of the same people that could be in Gambia who don't even like each other. One is a political view, one hate politics. You see what I'm saying?
And
And
not even all Nigerians like each other. We already know that the Igbo and the Yoruba and the Hausa do not get along at all.
we got a little bit of all that in us. And you see how we get down here in America. I don't like that
Hmm.
bitch. You know what I'm saying? You be like, I don't know who that nigga is.
Yeah, you got Africans all from the same country who don't like each other.
Yeah, and that's the reason why and for real, I went after this dude named Afrodamus because first he was anti-Black American, and then when people thought he was siding with the Africans, shh, he said to the
Mommy,
African, I hear baby,
are you checking your food?
you checking my food? Oh, he making me some fake food, y'all. That's my baby. He said Africans are failures. I said, damn. First you lied about America never being
Make it
enslaved,
that.
and that we're making
You,
shit up
you,
and
you
we're
make
asking
it.
for handouts, and you're going around here talking about
You make
reparations,
it
and
that.
if you was the sheriff
Okay.
you'd lock us up in jail and all this other crap, and then you turn around and say Africans are failures.
Hmm.
So it's like, dang, you know what I'm saying? But this kind of African people, they've been waiting for people like us for the longest. Okay, and I gave this one brother my first payment. I paid him his first paycheck because he gave me the hookup. Now we're about to work together, and he's doing some Teesprings for me. He's gonna be designing some Teespring stuff, and every Friday we work out and he show me some assignments. He get $30. Did you know that $30 got him praising and singing, and
And now
I
me.
cannot believe this.
Right?
I cannot believe. Oh my gosh. Whatever you need, you are my
Oh
boss.
my goodness.
Yeah,
I said that's
that's
beautiful.
good.
Okay.
And I'm glad to see you got your own business going, Sister Tangent. That's good. I don't know
Yeah.
why don't I don't know why no one showcases this. Why why do we
Yeah.
always showcase the degeneracy in our community? I don't know why
Oh, hold on 1 second. Let me put my mute my mic. No, you're right. I just I'm just starting. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna get better. I'm gonna find someone who can help my channel
Come on.
be good, and I'm gonna pay them for that for
Let's
their
get
work.
her.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pay them for their work. That's what I want to do. I live for this. Like I told God what I wanted to do. The Most High is directing me where He wants me to go. So I
Here.
give homage to the Most High, Yahweh, for bringing me some of the people in my path, and we gonna get that land, y'all. We gonna get that land. I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be in California.
Mommy,
We
that
gonna have land in
open.
California. We gonna have land in
Why you
Vegas.
cry?
I told them people in Las Vegas, Nevada,
Mommy, get
Mexicans is
food.
buying out lots. They buying lots and they building as soon as they get it. I said, damn, we ain't doing that. And I seen how some lots they be want like $1,200 for a freaking lot. And it's like, can we all come up with $1,200 and buy acres? We can do this. I heard $5,000 is what we need, but let's start off with 1,200 a piece. And we can get 100 black people to start off with 1,200 a piece. I think we got us like 5 acres of land,
Daddy, you
and we can
get
use that
lying.
5 acres. We can use 5 acres to build us a private property. And like I said, we should have
No,
a
mommy,
sign in
you
front
got
of the
away.
gate saying private
Daddy,
property. Whites aren't welcome. Sorry. They tell us it's
what
private
about
property,
me?
right? Uh,
I
Sugar Babe said,
Daddy,
let me read her post.
you get.
Oh, they selling their
What are
own
you
only
doing
because
now?
it's not them. You right? Like
Hey,
Visions.
yeah.
And Sugar Babe said
Hey,
she
yeah.
liked that, and it's already happening. We have to protect our children from the evil ones. Okay, I am down. I will email you. I am interested in yeah, because we got people who's willing to start talking about us purchasing land. And another
Oh,
thing she
no.
said,
Mommy, I miss you. I miss your food.
you mixing my food? That's my
Yeah.
son. He 3 years old. I want to be homestead to live in peace and grow my own. Girl, who you think? Girl, I'm with you on that. You
It's
see what I'm saying?
fair.
That's why I say, listen, 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 listen. Wait till I get the Zoom channel. I'm telling you what we should start doing. All I'm doing is planning what we're going to do,
You
not
eat
what we
that?
should do, what we're going to do, and how much money we gonna get. And then I need someone to look
Great.
for some land in Antioch, California, for the pricings. And Koja Malik, she's
Dad,
good for
what
this.
you doing?
She said if you see a power pole, a power line in that area of the land, that's the land you
What are
need.
you doing for?
So, yep. Let me
I
see.
got eat it.
It's true. If you have to leave
Give
to
me
be
that.
a successful and never go back until you die
Sorry.
and never
I
do anything
sorry.
positive for your own country, that is failure. And that's true. That's what, see,
How you
listen,
make it
remember Aaron, we was just
Uh-oh.
talking about how it's just,
Oh.
you had some men that was talking about, man, we trying to get stuff done, we trying to get stuff built, but they're looking at the black men to step up and join them, and the first thing black men was coming up with all these excuses, man. Who got the money? And one brother said, you could buy Jordans, you got the money to buy them Jordans, right? That was brother Ben X. He said you got the money to buy them Jordans, right? So why not help buy you some land? That's
Yeah,
fair. You
it's
know what I'm
money in the
saying?
black community because you can buy money to get all these sound systems and get some rims and paint jobs, and which is nothing wrong with having rims and a paint job, but you got all the money to do all that. So yeah, how come we can't put the money together and really come up with
Come
something?
on.
Hey, Miss Blue Love. Thank you for coming. You come, and we got 5 more minutes left, sister. Don't even, if you want to watch it from the beginning, I was calling out some mammies. I was. They predators too. They over here
You make
going
it
after
soup.
a 15-year-old
Mommy,
old girl.
mommy.
What you say,
You
baby?
wanna
What you
make
say?
it? That's my food.
That's your food. You heard what he said? He got my sock in the box with his toothbrush, and he's stirring it around, and he said that's his food.
And
Mommy,
you know what,
you
Tangent,
make
one thing
it
I do
soup.
definitely,
That's
one thing
me.
I love and respect about you, Tangent, is that you
That
actually
me
call out,
soup.
you call out sisters on their bullshit. I mean, yeah, we know it's the men, but you know what? You one of them sisters who actually call out other sisters when they foul.
Yeah, because I don't like that bullshit. And that's why I try to tell some of the guys. Because the way they was calling out women was for superficial shit. And I didn't like that. And I says, listen, you don't, first of all, we're not going to hear you when you trying to talk at us and try to check us. Your job is not to check
Nobody
black
answer.
women. Your job is to check black men. Our
Nobody.
job is to put the sisters in their place if they out of line. And I'm not
Exactly.
talking about the ones that's telling you that you're being a fuck up. I'm talking about the ones that's taking up for you and want something happening and I'm talking to one. I'm talking about the ones that got excuses just because they want some penis. You know what I'm saying? They want to sit there and come at you hella foul. I told you, Mr. Uganda. No, I didn't tell you, but you didn't know that Mr. Uganda channel had a couple of mammies on there. When I get on there, you had one chick talking like "Ni hao," and I looked at her. I says, "Bitch, that's good. You can speak Chinese. I'm not talking to you." Trying to be
Yeah.
funny. That's all right, bitch. I'm not talking to you. You see what
Hey,
I'm saying?
Tangent, is that a Gmail account? Your email?
This
You still there? Hello?
Then they said fake food is being pushed. There are talks going on now that they milking a cow in sexual abuse.
Hey,
You
where
know, this
you
is how come
going?
we don't drink cow's milk. See,
I think
we just don't.
you
We do hemp milk,
Hey,
oat
not
milk,
Hey
almond
Tig,
milk.
forget
That's what
I
we
think
do.
you
Yeah.
were muted for a little bit.
I know. That's why I started over and repeated myself.
Oh, okay.
Hi, got a F.
Hey, you got
But
me. I got
yeah.
that.
Before you guys, let me tell you something.
It's not.
I found
It's
out
not.
the reason why we're having a bunch of the alphabet communities getting darker and darker is the mothers did not know, and I try to tell the brothers this. The mothers did not know during their pregnancy all the way to when they had their babies. They thought they were doing something when the doctors were trying to tell them mentally. We thought we were doing the right thing. Thank God I didn't do it to any of my kids. When we go get your immunization shots, they were pumping different things up in our babies that's not normal. And then they and see we not understanding this, that coming up with autism, if they're not autism, depending on where you're at, that community may need to be more, it need to be more of that rainbow coalition going on, so they give them this other type. I've heard a doctor literally come on out and say it, allegedly that's what was happening. They were pushing these things on babies, and that's crazy. And I believe it now. I really believe it now, because now they put it in the food. There was too many of us said, my kids ain't getting immunized, my kids ain't getting immunized. Even had white parents, my kids are not getting immunized for what? What is that? We don't know what that is. No, no, nope. So now they're pushing it in the food. They're injecting it in chicken. That's why my son can't eat meat. Hi, Vicious. Let me hear you talk. I want to hear you say hi. She's a sweetheart, y'all.
Yeah, you doing,
Hey,
sister?
how you doing, sir? Hey, Jim. Um, when you were talking about earlier, I think you were y'all talking about Brother Polite earlier.
Yeah, we were
We
talking
was
about him a little
slightly
bit.
talking about Brother Polite, but we was talking about mainly the mammies, because there was a woman who got on one of the chat on one of the sisters' channel, and she blamed the 15-year-old, and she told Sonetta and some dude, she told Sonetta and some dude that you got to realize 15-year-olds are predators too. And
Was she the one
she,
that tried to say that the girl had a Jezebel spirit or something?
yes, she has a
Okay,
Jezebel
that
spirit.
woman. I'm so sick of people with their religious undertones. Okay, see, this is
Hey,
what happens. These people want to use. See, oh my gosh, I can't even go. I want to say what I want to say. Okay, so you know what I've told you before, Tejun. I
Yeah,
was a preacher's kid. I
yeah.
got molested by a pastor, a preacher, or whatever, and people in the church didn't do nothing. They sat back and watched what was going on. So when it comes to my relationship with church, I'm like, nah, we're good. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? You've got these
Same here.
women, you got these certain women that have been groomed and they are basically robotic with their response when it comes to to the girls that are victims, even boys that have been victims to these type of people. And it's
Yeah.
sad because that girl's mother handed her over. So this might not have been the first time because when if you listen to the report, and I've listened to the report over and over and over, the police report, it states how the suspect is saying he took her, he did this, and he did. Okay, wait a minute. What is that baby doing alone with him? So you mean to tell me this other woman was going to blame this 14, the baby's 14 years old, was blaming the 14-year-old, which her, this man asked the mother, hey, I want to take her to the after party. First off, that baby ain't even supposed to be at no party. Am I right? So
You're right.
they
Yeah,
want
you're
to sit
absolutely right.
here.
Who
So
brings
y'all,
the
if
14-year-old
people
to
ain't
after party?
right. So what after party? What party and they supposed to be doing after the club? Talking about he took her to a club. Is anyone catching on?
Uh-uh. It
Yeah,
came
that,
out.
that right there was
Uh-uh.
a
See?
red flag to begin with.
Nuh-uh. It came out that they was at a, they went to a hotel. Everybody went to the hotel and they were supposed to go to a party at the hotel. We talking about a fine establishment hotel, not some
Hmm.
motel, hotel,
Hmm.
but a
You're
regular
right.
hotel, right? And
Hmm.
so they were supposed to go downstairs to go get the food. Now she went to go get the food. Polite followed as though he was going to the bathroom, and that's where it took a while. Moms was there, but let me tell you something. I would never let my see to me. I don't care how it was worded. As a mother, my 15-year-old daughter cannot go by herself to go get no damn food downstairs in the cellar office,
Yeah,
in
because
a little
after
refrigerator.
he left from there, he took her to another hotel and did what
Another
he did.
hotel room. Yeah, the room that they rented out, he got another hotel room just for her with his sneaky ass,
And
with
he
his nasty
claimed,
sneak. But you
he
know what?
claimed,
He was on
ooh,
that shit years ago, cause the
mhm,
young brother that say he was. See, people want to sit there and say the young brothers being violated, but nobody want to say if they're being violated by men. Black boys being violated by men.
yeah.
So Mr. York uh violated this brother, and Polite got pissed off and was like, don't y'all 7 and 6 years old, y'all don't y'all have enough sense to go and tell your parents or something, and it's y'all words, and then
And
it's
he said
look.
I was only, he said I was only 8 years old. And then Polite was like, how you should have had enough sense. All 20 of y'all should have had enough sense to come out and say something. You waited until you waited. I couldn't believe Polite did that
He
to this man.
pedophile. That's called pedophile
These
confirmed.
children, these children are
You
probably
can't.
scared.
Yeah, you can
I
Yeah,
yeah.
think
absolutely. But brother
the children
Polite,
are
let brother
scared.
Polite talk about it. He trying to make sense out of it, and that's what people who are predators do.
Yeah,
That's how they talk. They will try to make sense out of what they're doing to you because
because
they
one thing
want
children will do, the children will basically, first of all, they're scared, and then they'll probably blame themselves, and they'll
yeah,
probably
and he
be
knew
scared to
that.
tell their parents.
But see, brother Polite likes it to where you do blame yourself. So that when it comes out, he's like, oh, see, she admit or he admit that he did it to himself. See, it wasn't me. They came to me. They seduced me. You see what I'm saying? That's how he's talking.
Well, let's see how
He
well
got
he fell on that level 4 prison yard. He
Hey
needs
Bill,
that.
I'm going to send you someone else's commentary that I
Okay,
follow.
okay.
They have it's like Brother Polite and all these other dudes that he kicks it around. They had like years ago, they had a discussion that was in Deuteronomy about um children of the age of 12 in the Bible were
I
actually fair game.
heard.
Yes.
I heard. Look, Sugar Babe.
I blame. In this case, I'm telling you something. I don't give a hell. I think me and my whole heart, my spirit is telling me the mama has something to do with this shit. Just
Yeah.
like we found out Aaliyah was forced into a threesome with her mama and R. Kelly,
Now that's the
and
first
she
I
knew
heard about that.
and
That
she
Aaliyah
knew
was in a
about the mar-
threesome.
and she knew about the marriage because she wasn't allowed to go. You know, she got paid to stick out of it. It wasn't like she didn't know that Aaliyah was pregnant. They thought if you know why she got pregnant, it's time for her to go get married. R. Kelly, after R. Kelly raped that girl allegedly. I'm sorry, that girl. You know, allegedly. Come on, it's been confirmed. After he done sat there and took advantage of Aaliyah, you know what I'm saying? It, it was more so Mama coerced her into it, and she got in on this to make her feel comfortable, so she don't feel too bad that they're doing this for money. And I'm sick of this. I'm sick of these. Now, to me, that's called clout chaser to me. When they want to
Mm.
question the mama in the courts, Aaliyah's mama in the court, let me tell you something. The mother needed money. She ran out of money. Okay, so and it's my. I'm tell you what happened. I went to Hillsdale Mall. Aaliyah been gone. I don't know how old is my son at that time. My son was 2 at the time. Okay, Aaliyah been gone for what 12 years now. Um.
It was 2001 when we lost her.
Oh yeah. So damn. So she would have been in her
Mm-mm.
30s.
Yeah.
So Aaliyah's been gone for a long time. Okay. Now I remember that 'cause my daughter was a baby when Aaliyah. Actually, my daughter was 1 when Aaliyah was killed in that plane crash.
No, I think she would have been 41 or 2, 40, 42 or something like that.
Okay, so I don't just would have been a couple of years older than her. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Aaliyah, they got a makeup, they got a cosmetics out called Aaliyah with her face on there, with half her eye covered. That's why I was trying to tell Kojan Malik. Sometimes when you in that singing, you a singer, you an actor, and all that stuff. That's some that with that one eye covered. Those are signs and symbols. And it was a picture of Aaliyah and
Look,
and
mommy, I do food together.
thank you. You cook food together. You heard my son. He said we cook food together. But the eye covered up and the makeup. So then as soon I told my aunt I says Auntie Betty I says Aaliyah got a makeup cosmetics out right. Turns out Aaliyah's mom I guess and somebody helped her get the makeup put out. But as soon as she was called in for court, that makeup got taken down. There ain't no Aaliyah in Hillsdale Mall no more.
Are you serious?
Girl, if I'm lying, I'm dying. I said
Whoa.
this is some sick shit. Like a year and a half ago, Aaliyah's makeup brand. I'm talking it's in beautiful boxes and everything. And I'm like, how come they just can't leave her alone, right? And then I found out they wanted her mom they wanted the mother to come in for court. She's nowhere to be found. Because now
Mm.
it comes out. There's women who were telling. It comes out that it wasn't that Aaliyah's mother just found out she was with R. Kelly. Then they want to make it seem like Aaliyah ran away from home and got with R. Kelly, and that's what happened. And that's that sick mindset, and a whole bunch of mammies was talking to because they were mad that they didn't get chose. I don't like that. I tell you to your face, you want to get chosen, and nobody choosing your desperate ass.
Yeah, because that's what happened to what was it, Sparkle?
Oh
Sparkle
yes.
was upset that R. Kelly didn't choose her, and when she finally figured out that what was that, her niece, that she put two and two together, like what? And then but I'm glad that Sparkle actually came out and was like, hey, you ain't supposed to be doing that, you know. I'm glad she didn't sit back and not say nothing.
Yeah, God of F it is happening, still is. From America all the way to Africa. Yeah, yeah, he been grooming her mother's trust. But she needed the money. It's not she didn't need the money. She just wanted to get famous. She wanted to be with somebody famous. You know what I'm saying? But she didn't want to be a part of that. She know he was weird. But she gonna groom her daughter into this. To me,
Yeah,
dude,
and
like
you know
like
what?
like for real.
She's a girlfriend. Brother, that chick that supposedly is the girl that, this
That's
happened
what
to, they're
that's
saying
what
that
made me
she's a girlfriend. She's not considered a wife.
Well,
So
that's
if
what made
that
me think about polite. That's what made me think
Mommy,
about.
mommy,
Shh.
mommy.
That's what made me think
I
about the
That's my
girl
shoe
and her
cool.
mama. Like
Mommy,
you knew what was going on with
mommy.
Polite,
I
but
I
you
shoe cool.
you got scared when she come back with a big fat lip and it's bloody and everything else and she drunk and everything. Like y'all did this thing to her. Like for real. Like
Hey,
you
did you know? Wait, hold on. Did you know that it was that they were actually in LA when this happened?
yeah, I
So,
heard
and it's actually statutory R. You know what I'm saying? It's statutory R, and that's why it's only like $1,000 for the fine. If you look it up, because I was putting two and two together, like why is it so low? So I looked up. It was like for battery, right? So I
yeah.
was like, wait a minute, why I keep hearing them say LA? So I looked up
Twin.
the like in LA, you know, the consent for the age limit and everything. And then I was like, well, what about statutory R? So I looked up statutory R, and there it was, right there. That's what he got. That's probably what they charged him for because that's why it's so low.
Well, I think he should be castrated. Every single Negro that touch little girls and little boys should be castrated
I don't think
because
this
that
is the
means you
first
can't control.
time.
You can't control yourself. I think you better start living a whole separate life. You better be a male nun
And you
because
know what? His first wife was 15 when he met her. She said she was 16, but there's people saying that she's actually 15. And there's an interview where she actually admits this that when they first met, his first wife was 16 years old.
but see you gotta realize before they get on TV, it behooves her to do what she is told. Understand when you are going with someone that's supposed to be famous. Look, Polite wanted to be famous so bad. He was all in Jay-Z in them face and Kanye West's face all damn day. And then him and Sonetta. This is what made me stop watching them. Because all of a sudden Polite moves into a white neighborhood and a picket fence in a house in a white house and a picket fence. And Sonetta gets mad and Sonetta says, I think he wanted, I don't know if he wanted some money or he wanted to get famous and he wanted to be, live close to where they at.
It was
And Brother
money.
Polite
He
was,
said he wanted him to pay his money back. He said, I want my money back.
no, this ain't even got nothing. But so Sonetta asked him either to plug him up for whatever, but
Mm.
Brother Polite was making excuses why he couldn't do it, and so he was like, nigga, rah, 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 rah. He just doing all this rah rah, and nigga, yeah, you being Jay Z face all the time. You ain't your daughter go to school with Blue Ivy, and I'm sitting here like, damn, Sonetta. Cause at that time I didn't even know that Polite was on that scam trip until afterwards, and he finally
Yeah.
admit that he scammed. And then they talking about then people felt bad for young Pharaoh because he scammed Pharaoh out of $7,000.
Yeah, I remember that.
And now I don't feel sorry for neither one of them because to me they was all fraud to me because the only one that I liked was Sarah Soon City because he was coming out now calling people out. But then I got tired. See, what was draining my energy was this bickering between all these black men fighting on each other. Like, first of all, I don't care about you quoting some Bible that happened 45,000 years ago. All I want you to do is see what the hell we gonna build. What we building for real.
Right.
You ain't talking about building. Y'all ain't talking about the sisters. Y'all ain't talking about shit. Y'all just sitting up there debating, talking about who hating on who and who stole who money when shit don't go right. Who this, who that, and how many wives you got. I don't want to hear none of that shit, dude. Y'all toxic. Oh my gosh, I can't listen to this shit. So I ended up going back to Professor Griff because who's the only one that held the shit down and stayed on code. You know what I'm saying? He ain't finna debate with your ass. He ain't finna get involved with that shit. All he finna do is let's talk about a dialogue. Let's do the dialogue. So I love me some Professor Griff. So shout out to Professor Griff. He's still doing this. He's still the same Griff. And only difference is watch his niece. He got a niece and her husband. They it's called the Smythe family. Now I'm telling you, Aisha dope. Her name's Aisha Ra. Look her up. She the one. She the one. She the health baby. I'm gonna talk to her. So I wanna buy some. I wanna buy I definitely wanna buy what you call it? It's called what do you call it? Where you buying a whole bulk? I want to buy a bulk of some things, put in $500 and get a bulk of some things, just so when y'all buy stuff out of my store, because I got a detox and detox lose weight tea and black seed oil and stuff coming, so you guys can
Mhm.
buy some stuff. I'm gonna put in a package and support me on that so I can make sure. Sugar babe, you sleepy? Well, when you come back to, we gonna do a roast. Sir, Aaron said we should do it Saturday night. So I think I'm gonna do it at 11 o'clock, and and everybody get the roast every damn body. We roasting. You call out whoever you want to call out. I don't care who you call out.
Hey,
I don't
Tension,
care if
I
you
was
just
asking your email. Is that a Gmail account? Your email?
yep, it's a Gmail account.
All right.
Well, I'm gonna let y'all go. You got some last words, King Aaron?
You know what? I was just glad to come up here and build and chop it up. And we not here to really berate our people and all that. But when you know who I'm talking about. When the clowns want to come in, they get clowned.
Mhm.
Yeah, you welcome anytime, Aaron. What about you, Life Fishes? What you got? Any last words?
Oh, Imma email you, in a little bit, so
Okay,
uh-oh, this
well, this what I'm gonna
oh,
do, y'all. Y'all gonna get my response tomorrow, and I really love the show. I really love that y'all came and supported me. You know what I'm saying? Share and like the video. Share the video. Leave comments and tell a friend. Tell a friend. Tell a friend. Cause we gonna do more than just talk a whole bunch of mess and roast. Cause behind closed doors we got plans. We got plans and if I do what the Most High need me to do, it's gonna come through. It's
mm,
gonna come through, and we gonna be protected. Ain't no man. I'm telling you, I got ideas. Watch, y'all gonna love me for the rest of my life. I'm telling you, I'm gonna fire all my relatives, and I'm gonna adopt y'all. Like I got some new family. I done got rid of all my haters. Bye. It was time to get rid of y'all. I got me some new family now.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so I definitely am gonna head on off and King Zaru, what you want to tell a new family? You want to say not nice at Olebo.
Annabelle.
That's in Yoruba. I mean, see you later.
See you later.
mhm.
Later.
Yeah, my son speak Yoruba. He learned how to speak Yoruba and Swahili.
Oh, that's what's up.
Like you.
Yeah, see, Swahili. He understands Spanish, and because he hyper, I gotta put him in capoeira. He has to learn how to do capoeira.
Oh, hey, I studied capoeira. I'm actually, eventually thinking about getting back into it.
Oh yeah, it's on. It's on. Well, guess what? If you get back into it, 'cause you look like you do capoeira. I can see that picture. That picture say how you kick somebody's ass. You look like you about to break dance, and then you turn around, you do the round kick split, and they don't even know how they got kicked in the face. What? Wait, did you kick me in the face or hit me in the face? What happened? Oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? My son already think he break dancing. My son be break dancing, and I said, yeah, he been here before. He been here before. I listen. Man, I want to lightly debate brother B Forte L, because that's my brother. But I want to debate him because he said you gonna keep coming back until you get it right. I don't think God let people who can't get it right come back. He don't let pedophiles be born again. You would
Oh,
never be
no.
born again.
Yeah, no, we
No,
don't do
only the
that,
ones
no.
only right only the ones that done good for the earth gets to come back and be born again. And I think my son was somebody else before he became my son because he know about break dancing, he know about
Rupa.
scratching,
I watched the
he
Rupa.
know about. I think he an '80s baby because he got on this lady's stereo and started taking his hands just like he a DJ and was turn spinning it around. And then he over here he know yoga, he been yoga, and he break dancing, and he like climbing on stuff and flipping and falling, and man, he been here before, and he said stuff like, "I'm gonna tell you what happened. Aaron know about this. I was at Cost Plus, and he was tearing up the store, and I needed him to stop. And I didn't want to get kicked out the store because it was heck of stuff all on the floor. And the lady came. I had to take some things and help the lady put stuff back on the shelf. So I put him on a shopping cart. He tried to get out the shopping cart. He says, "Mama, I want out." I said, "No, you're not." So I locked him up. I locked that clicker on him. He got mad, and then he said, "Oh, what? Ow!" I said, "No, you're not getting out. Sorry, bruh." He said, "I want to get out." He said, "Yeah." He said, "I need help." I said, "You gonna sit right there?" He said, "Hey." I said, "Yeah, you cry all you want." He said, "My life, my life."
My life. The things that kids will say.
Yeah,
Okay, they
Out
get
of
dramatic
nowhere.
in the
share my
end.
life,
They be
mom.
real dramatic on
Yeah, but he just out of nowhere, a 3-year-old. What you know about talking about my life?
they know more than you think.
Kids say the darndest things, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. I says, where did this come from? What? That was funny. That's funny. He'll say, right, 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 like he having a conversation with you. He'll talk to a man all day. You talk to him, he say, "Hey, buddy, how you doing?" He be like, "Yeah, right, 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 right. How you doing?" Then somebody said, "You." There's a white lady. She said, "Oh, aren't you a cute little boy?" And she was coming close to my son, right? And before I could say something, my son put his finger up and he said, "Hey, I'm gonna show you." I had to cam up for this shit. This shit is funny. Uh, so what happened was let me see, how do I cam up? Cause you know me, I don't know nothing about nothing. Let's see what I'm doing. Let's see, solo, like no, how you cam up? Oh, that's how you cam up. Wait a minute. Oh, so he was like this. So the white lady came up to him. Before she could come up to him, my son said,
they
he said, "Huh, no, 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 no touch."
be knowing. They know.
You share
They
no
can judge
touch.
character.
Yeah,
Them
look
babies
at it.
can judge character.
Yes, tell him. Look, King is a room. Say hi.
Hi.
Oh man, wait a minute. This thing here is retarded.
What's up, brother?
Say hi. Say hi, King.
Hi, King.
What's going on, Prince?
King. Why you think I tell mama mama I see the food.
Okay. Well, he said he's still talking about food. He had some brown rice, some steamed salmon, and what you call that? Um, and some cucumbers mixed with some green onions mixed all up. And he discovered he liked it.
That sounds really good.
Yeah, no, he a trip. That's why I said. But my son, I'll
King,
be honest with you,
King,
my son
King.
wants
He
male
said,
attention.
King, King, King.
My son wants male attention. He
Oh, King.
he like when a brother be talking to him. He talking.
Oh, Queen.
Yeah,
You is
yeah, that's Queen. That's right.
oh King. But I will tell her.
You didn't tell her? Oh, okay. He mixing the Swahili with the Yoruba. Got an F. What you say? You said Swahili. You can go many places with knowing. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
I just tried to email you. It's not letting me. It's saying that something wrong with the email.
Okay. Let's try one more email. Let's do this. I'm glad you said
Hey,
that. Here, let's do
King.
this.
Why you think we?
Hold on. Wait, wait. Add.
I saw
Let me see.
somebody.
So this is my business. This is my business email. I don't know how come you can't get on that one. Let me see.
And why you looking?
He said, hey, why you looking?
Oh,
That's how the phone. That's how it is, son. That's how it just look like there's just looking. I know what he mean too.
So
It just look like
smart.
he's.
He said, hey, why you looking? He is
Yeah,
so cute.
yeah. I'm telling you. You see how our babies are? Dude, we gotta protect these
Yeah.
babies. We gotta protect these babies, man.
That's what they're for. I don't know why people.
I know. And to be honest with you, I'm one of those moms. I'm not done having babies. When they gave me that C-section, that white woman gave me that look because you know I was an easy target. But my cousin was there, and she had to be there. She was hardcore because they was sticking my arms up like I was a crackhead. I
Mm,
looked like I had tracks all up in my arm and fingers and ankle. They had to get blood out of my veins. They were just doing an experiment on me. I was just so bothered. I was so drained. I couldn't do nothing. I just
mm,
wanted to have my baby, and they wouldn't even let me eat. And then after they finally gave me that damn C-section while my cousin was watching, they told me the first thing they had to take out was the first baby. The first baby was a twin, but the tumor ate half the whole baby. So,
mm,
that baby really didn't fully develop. But you see a little bit of the skeleton of the back. It didn't develop anymore. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
then they took my son out. But this is the thing. The lady gonna tell me, so what are you gonna do for contraceptive? I says nothing. She says, so you're thinking about getting pregnant again? I say yes. Well, because you're 42 years old, if you get pregnant again, you may have to have another C-section because of your age. I says okay, bye.
Mm. They
And
know
I
that's
just
not true. It's actually healthier for a woman. If you can have kids, it's healthier for you to have kids because it protects you from getting breast cancer.
yeah, you can breastfeed and everything. And
Yeah, it
besides, I
protects you from getting breast cancer. It's actually proven. They know that. I
They
don't know
know that
why.
they don't want us. I'm telling you something. I'll tell you one more thing why they took them two babies away. They mad because she had a husband with her. She had her black man with her. She had a black man. That's the problem. They don't like that. See, when it's black on black love, that's where it's a threat. See, it ain't no threat when a black man's with a white woman. It ain't no threat. Well, it ain't no threat when a white black woman is with a white man. Ain't no threat. Definitely ain't no threat when that happens. Cause they see a black man getting what he want. They see a white man getting what he want. She just want love. You know what I'm saying? Black men, white women see getting what she wants too, except it's hella superficial. Hella superficial. Cause she's telling you in your face all she wanted some as a baby out of it. That's all she want out of it as a baby. And after that baby is born, she get in the bag. She get in the bag. That's it. You slept with a stanky, nasty. Sorry, they may take this channel down. Somebody's feelings gonna get hurt. I want a Becky to get on here. I want to debate you, Beck. See, I'll roast a Becky in a minute. Yeah, we're gonna have a roast Saturday night at 11 o'clock. I got
Oh,
we gotta have
King.
we're gonna have a roasting session. We're gonna
Oh,
be
Queen.
we gonna be calling people
Oh,
out.
Queen. You're later, Tower. I just fell. And my phone's like, I don't die.
Oh, you have a phone all day? Okay. Well, I definitely gotta let y'all go so we can relax it and
Oh,
everybody. I want
Queen.
everybody to get some
Queen,
rest.
Queen,
Now
Queen.
he trying to hold you hostage again,
Queen.
Light.
Oh, Queen. You in it. And water. I can't talking on the phone. Oh,
We're not talking on the phone. I'm talking on the laptop. Don't you want your tablet?
yeah.
Okay, well don't tear up our box. That's where our toothbrush go. So we are currently at a shelter because our the house that we were staying in, the apartment that we just moved in June, 3 weeks later we had to move out because we were getting sick. We found out it was mold everywhere, and we
Mm,
didn't use the tub. We thought they was gonna fix the tub. The tub was busted on the side, and they covered it up. It was supposed to be like a spa tub, one of them fancy tubs. Well, the tub got
jacuzzi.
I took pictures, man. I sent it to the lady named Daisy, right? She gonna give me that, cause a lot they speak Spanish, right? And what they was doing is they had a lot of black people renting from these homes, and they was gentrifying us. Then they wanted us to pay $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 for rent, right? They was bringing the rent up, and I tell you why. They owed money on the house note. And instead of the rent being 1,500 for a two-bedroom, they making it 1,900. Next year is 2,100 and maybe 1,600 the following year. This is what they was doing. This is what they was doing. Making it hard for black people to rent from them places, making them have 2 or 3 jobs and not fixing nothing in the house. And my son kept getting headaches. I kept getting headaches. He kept getting fevers. Pretty sure it was a headache too. And we started having mucuses. And I knew what it was because we had hella
Mm.
mold in the house. We couldn't even use the sink. We had to go eat somewhere. We had to go bathe at the other house while I was getting my stuff out that place for storage. So yeah, so nope, that's why we're waiting for our new place to come up on the 15th of September. Yeah. So anyway, once I get that together, it's we are going to have a party. We are going to be making some money together, even during the pandemic, and we're gonna be safe and everything. But anyway, I love you guys. I'm gonna let y'all go. Say bye bye, P family.
Oh, Fanny. Bye, Papa, Sonny. I can't die and well.
All right, we ain't said
All right.
Fanny, we said family.
I'm still having a hard time getting into the email, but
Okay, send me your email. Here, send me your email
Okay, here.
on the private chat, and then I'm gonna get it from there.
Okay, I'm gonna tap on now.
Okay, that's what I'll do. Send me an email in your private chat, Aaron, and then I definitely will go ahead and
all right.
contact you. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Life Visions. Thank you for coming. Shoot, we was chilling the other night. I said I was gonna go ahead and
Her food.
oh, okay, it's time for me to eat now. Okay, let me see. Hold on, I got it. Oh, yours is real simple. Okay,
And you,
Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
okay.
I got you. I'm definitely gonna email
Mommy.
you. Okay,
All right,
okay, I
then.
got you, son. I got you, son. Thank you, Aaron. I'll see you later.
All right, now, Tangent.
Okay, say bye bye, son.
Hey, I'm getting.
Those who missed it, go to the bye, baby. Come back again. We're gonna have a roast tonight on the Saturday. So you get to get on here and roast whoever the hell you want. We don't care who it is. No holds bars. Roast all the mammies, all the bootlickers, all the Sambos. Yes, R.I.P. to Leah, honey. I was so hurt. I was so hurt when she. But I'm gonna let y'all go. I don't want to keep y'all too long. I know this was a good old topic. Y'all please come back, share, subscribe, tell everybody, and we will be doing a Zoom call pretty soon about buying some land and building a business, baby. And I know exactly how to do it, where to go, because now we got the hookups, and there's no excuses. Much love to y'all. Peace.